Okay, who was that?
That was Nat.
Fair's enough.
Boobies.
Yes, I have some. I have some in a jar.
Oh, fair enough.
Because, why not? Come on Facebook, open the fucking messaging thing. Bastard thing. Okay, fuck it. Can't be asked for Facebook, it's fucking up. Fun.
Nothing new there then.
Well, no. To be honest, no. No, sadly not. Right, that's recording, I think. Are you recording? Yeah, fuck it. Hopefully that's recording. Right, are we about as set as we're gonna be?
Yeah. You ready, Net?
Boobs.
That's a yes.
Her boobs are
She has
ready.
a sudden obsession with boobs.
I can't blame her.
True.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, bugger my arse and called me Jeremy. The Psychosin Project podcast is back. And joining me today, as always, is the one and only Joe.
Hello.
And Natalie and her boob obsession.
Boobs.
And I am being metal as fuck because before the podcast I have gone and been terribly British and made myself a cup of tea. So I am being Mr. Old Man Metal at the moment, sat here with a cup of tea on, but I am wearing a Zyklon shirt, so that's all good. Let's move my phone actually. So, it's been a while. It has been a while. What have people been up to?
Not a lot. I have been signed off work for a minimum of a month, possibly a lot longer, depending on my brain. So, sitting indoors and recuperating.
Your brain is a scary place.
It is a very scary
I
place.
visited there once. I bought a vacation. It was supposed to be up in London, and they just sent me to your brain. It was terrible business. Get a Hoover in there. It will.
What about you, dude? What have you been up to?
My job ended, and then I've been looking for another job, and that's literally it. Although for Christmas was round my sister's house. That was quite nice. Got the most metal chocolate thing ever, which was literally a skull from Chocky Wocky Doodah, which is like a specialist chocolate makers up north. That was literally in the shape of a skull and completely made of chocolate.
That's
And
pretty good.
it was solid chocolate as well. It lasted a good 2-3 weeks before I actually started eating it. So yeah. Apart from that, looking for a job and trying to regain all my contacts again because my old station address, email address, went by the wayside and disappeared one day, and I can't get it back. Can't get all those emails back or anything because it's been deleted, and I'm not happy about it because I had absolutely no warning, nothing to tell me it was going, and I've lost contact with quite a lot of record labels. So, yeah. But on the plus side, the most important record label at the moment, considering something we'll get onto later to do with a certain power metal band, have announced their new album and a UK tour. So I'm in contact with that record label. So that's all good.
Okay.
And Natalie, what have you been up to?
Trying to help Joe. Trying to keep my sanity. Trying not to murder people.
Sounds like typical for anyone who lives in Essex.
That's enough of Sims. What have you been doing in the real world?
Oh yes. I have been enjoying Sims.
Which one?
All.
See, I'm tempted to get that. I know it's on I think it's on the Xbox One. But I'm gonna wait for it to go down in price because it's EA. And if it goes down in price, by the time I buy all the stuff to make it as good as the last few Sims games, i.e. have the same content, if it goes down in price enough, when I buy all that, it'll be about the same price as a normal game. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like, we play it on the PC, and Joe got a collector's edition, so it's come with this little thing you put on your computer, and it's a little glowing gem, like the one above their heads, and it changes with their moods, like the colour of it.
right.
It's a little pointless thing that adds nothing to the game, but it's just a nice little EA touch to get 80 quid out of you.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty.
that don't
It
surprise
is.
me. Although, I mean, we might as well go into games. It seems to have we've drifted into that subject because we'll get to the kind of elephant in the room later about a certain band breaking up. But yeah, if we go on going into games, I was going to say something then. What was it? With EA, I'm surprised I haven't stuffed it full of loot boxes. To be honest.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
So yeah, I am. I'm very wary of EA these days. I'll still buy some of their
Yeah,
games.
Sims 4 was the last EA game I ever bought.
Yeah, I was tempted by Star Wars Battlefront 2, although I'm not a Star Wars fan at all. I'm that weirdo who, when people say Star Wars or Star Trek, I go June. So,
Fair enough.
but yeah, I was tempted by Star Wars Battlefront 2, and then I saw all the bullshit that was going on. Went, nope, not buying it. So yeah, and apparently it's really damaged EA. And then the way that they didn't give BioWare enough time to actually finish Mass Effect Andromeda properly pissed me off. And then released it as it was.
I forgot that was even released.
Yeah, it got released, but it got so panned because of the animations and all that. Thing is, I've played some of it. I've got to get back to it, but what I've played, it's not that bad. I mean, as a sort of reboot of, well, soft reboot of the Mass Effect thing, because obviously it's got to be a different story. It's fucking stunning looking, absolutely stunning looking. Plays the same as like 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people who really didn't mind the original ending to 3. You know, I mean, it was never going to be as good as everyone wanted it to be, let's be honest. But, yeah, and I don't see why everyone bashed on it. Okay, the animations might have been fucked, but you go back to the 360, some of the games on there looked janky as fuck. They've made Deadly Premonition backwards compatible on the Xbox One. You play that, that's a game that looks like it would be outclassed on a PS2. So
Yeah, that's an interesting game, that one.
I have completed it before. The reason I started playing it again, apart from I'm a bit of an achievement whore, is because I remember it being a good game and unique, but also I've started watching Twin Peaks, the TV series, again recently from the start,
Right.
which is like the 80s series. And my God, Deadly Premonition in the first hour has already ripped off half of that program. So I know how Deadly Premonition ends because I've completed it before, but I know Twin Peaks goes off its tits at some point, and so does Deadly Premonition, but not in the same way. So I'm kind of enjoying that. I also 100% did LA Noire, the reboot that came out,
Oh, shit.
the HD reboot. My advice, if you're going to buy that, wait. Because I bought it, and it has got popping all over the fucking place. It's got glitches galore. I shot one of the bad guys in it, and he went to his default animation thing where they've got their arms spread out like that.
Oh, the T-pose.
Yeah, they just done that.
Oh, shit.
One of them just suddenly put his arms by his side and fell down straight, which I had to pause the game because I was laughing too much. It's for a game that's been out. When did LA Noire originally come out on the 360? Something like 2011. They've had 6 years to polish it up, fix those bugs, and like Skyrim, they've done fuck all apart from upgrade the textures. So
Yeah.
it's still a great game. If you've never played LA Noire, great game, but it's not worth the 30 quid I paid for it for the remake. Because I very much doubt we get another one because the Brisbane studio went down because apparently they were working people to death. So,
Oh, right.
so with The Sims, dare I ask who you've got in the house on The Sims? What characters have you created?
Well, we've made a few different ones. We've actually still got the ones. So I looked at all the save files, and we still have the one where I created you, me, and Joe.
Didn't you create that and then play it once and never go back to it?
I think we did, yeah. I've got one that I'm playing. I'm one of the weird people who likes to play Sims without cheats.
Yeah.
So I've got one that's just like a random sim.
And he's hoping to gain every achievement possible that's for Sims.
Which will be a nightmare to do.
Yeah, because I remember...
Would you believe there's actually some really odd achievements, like where a couple have sex in a rocket, and it's something like the Mile High Club.
It's like the 50 Mile High.
Yeah. And then there's also being a Black Widow, and you outlive 5 spouses.
Okay. There was something like that on Sims 3 though, so it doesn't surprise me.
Achievements.
Really doesn't surprise me. Achievements at the moment are getting into very
If you ask
weird
me, it's just
territory.
advertising some risque antics.
Yeah, which there'll probably be some package that costs you about 20 quid to download at some point.
Yeah, probably.
You know, the bondage pack or something, which I'm surprised EA haven't done. So,
we have this other one where we made the characters but ugly and very odd, but we've given them the fanciest house you'd ever seen, and then after we finished the house, we were like, oh, I want to get rid of the ugly farts. Let's get rid of them, and then let a nice-looking family move in.
And this is why Natalie is not allowed to be an estate agent.
It was all Joe. I was just sitting there like, you can't throw them out. They've just had a baby, and he's like, they'll be fine. Literally, the woman just squeezed the kid out like 10 minutes before he decided to throw him out.
Joe, have you turned into Donald Trump?
Make Sims great again.
Oh dear. No, the other. If we go continue on EA, I've played and completed Destiny 2, which how can I put this? It's a very very fun game to play. Very fun. The shooting is like the gun, like what's the word? The gun mechanics absolutely superb. Story, yeah, it's a bit stock. It's like, oh, big bad guy, ooh, girl, kill him. But
I don't expect much from Destiny though, in terms of story.
Well, Destiny 2 has a story, so yeah. Also, I completed Destiny 2. I can't be arsed with Destiny 1. I've played it twice since I bought it. I was just like, this is so boring. So boring. But I've improved everything. You do actually get a narrative, as it were, and actual cutscenes and everything going on that makes sense this time. But the whole game on single player took me about 2 days to complete for the story. And then this is what really pisses me off. And I know people are going to say, oh, but it's a multiplayer focused game. I don't care. I don't care if it's a multiplayer focused game. If you're going to put single player as a fucking option in the game, then you better make it so that everything is available to single player. Everything post game, I now need to have fire teams, which is multiplayer. And 2 of them, if you don't have mates who have Destiny 2 on at the same time as you to play them, it doesn't do matchmaking. It'll do it for some stuff, but won't do it for the other stuff.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. And achievements-wise, you've got the really lazy achievements of complete the whole game as this class, complete it as the second class, complete it as the third class. And I can't be arsed. So, but if you find it in the wild for about 10, 15 quid, yeah, just basically don't give EA any extra money to it, because all the other stuff is bullshit, basically. Yeah. But again, it is an absolutely gorgeous game. I cannot fault Bungie on that. So, and I'm not a big fan of Bungie because I think Halo's a big old pile of mongoose wank. But yeah, Destiny 2, they got the shooting right. Destiny 3 has got to be their last chance to get it right without fucking everything up. So we will see. We will see what happens. Apart from that, I've just been sort of meandering through games a bit.
Fair enough.
Apart from, I was going to say Destiny then, apart from Sims, you've been playing anything else?
I've been playing the first Bayonetta again.
Oh yeah, I've got to play my way through that because it's backwards compatible now on Xbox One.
Oh, is it?
Well, it has been for about...
I've got the Wii U version, so I've got number 2 as well.
I didn't think the first one came out on the Wii U. I thought it was just number 2.
No, the first one got ported over as well. If you got the, I think it was like just in the special edition of Bayonetta 2.
Oh, fair enough. See, the problem is, having seen the Wii's controls, I can't see how it would be comfortable to play on a Wii or a Wii U. In all honesty.
I mean, the Wii U controller is surprisingly comfortable for my large hands. It is anyway.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, so the only problem is the camera because of the stupid placement of the right control stick.
if I'm honest,
Which-
as great a game as Bayonetta is, even on the original 360 version, the camera was a bit of a pig. It has to be said. It was a pain in the arse. So that
Yeah.
might not just be the control. That might be the game itself.
Right, fair.
However, I do wonder if Bayonetta 2, when you complete it, let me know if it makes the story make any sense. Because Bayonetta 1,
It's
you
a
had...
Platinum game. It most likely won't.
I don't know. Transformers has made sense so far. So far.
I've not played that one, so I can't comment.
It's Bayonetta with Transformers.
That sounds pretty great, actually.
Because it's platinum, you know the fighting engine's the same as usual, absolutely fucking tip top perfection. And yeah, you're playing as I was gonna call Optimus Prime, and you end up playing as other Transformers as well. It's all original series, and
Okay.
it looks like a living cartoon. It is fucking fantastic. So I can fully recommend that. I picked that up about 8 months ago for about £12. So you might be able to get it for the same now. Really, really
Cool.
good game. But I don't know what Platinum are doing next. I have to wonder.
They've confirmed Bayonetta 3 for the Switch.
Wow, they really don't want to release two games on the same console, do they?
I know.
Bayonetta
Yeah, that's what
3
they're
on
doing next.
Switch.
Bayonetta
Jesus.
3. And Bayonetta 1 and 2 are being ported to the Switch as well.
The only issue there is again, Nintendo have got this great little console, but it's completely underpowered compared to the PS4 and Xbox One, from what I've seen.
Yeah, some parts where it's not as powerful. Also,
Yeah, so I think
sometimes the controller being as small as it is does sometimes get in the way. Especially, I can imagine it getting away with like a character action game as Bayonetta.
yeah, I'm semi tempted to get a Switch, although I would probably be. The main reason I'm buying the Switch would be because I'm a huge fan of XCOM, and I've heard how good Mario and Rabbids Kingdom is, and I'm like, oh, you bastards, Nintendo! I hate you, but I want to play that. So
Yeah, apparently it's just XCOM with Mario and Rabbids.
exactly, and I'm a 35-year-old male who, while he was off work a few years ago, and was looking after my mum and dad's house in Rochford, they had Sky, and I found myself watching the Rabbids cartoon and finding it highly amusing.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, it's a computer generated Rabbids cartoon, and it's all slapstick, and it's exactly up my street. Slapstick and sarcasm and surreal stuff are all my comedy things, so that's exactly up my street. I know the Rabbids aren't to everyone. I used to fucking hate them, but yeah, their cartoon, it works. It's childish, but it works, and yeah, I found myself giggling and then thinking, I'm 32 at the time, and I'm laughing at this. Fuck's sake.
Bloody hell.
Oh, tell me about it. A couple of weeks ago, Joe and Natalie here, who I will now refer to as the Bastards, went and saw a band I am still yet to see. Not only did they go and see this band, they saw An Evening With, that band being Lacuna Coil.
Yes. And it was amazing.
It was fantastic because it was a 20th anniversary show.
Yeah,
They
because they're
literally
releasing a book,
made it
aren't
look
they?
like a circus. It was amazing.
Where was it?
It was at O2 Forum, Kentish Town.
Oh yeah. Plus not been there in years.
They also recorded it for a DVD, so you will get to watch it eventually.
Yeah, but I remember it will take about 2-3 years because they've said this. I've seen this with other bands where they're like, oh yeah, we've recorded it for a live DVD, and then 2 albums later, the live DVD of that show comes out. So
Right, fair enough.
I know they're releasing a book as well,
Yeah,
so that'll be interesting. But yeah, I've still not seen Lacuna Coil live, and I hate you.
they are amazing live.
Definitely.
Really, really know how to put on a good show.
Was it just them?
Yeah, there was no support or anything. It was just Lacuna Coil.
But they had circus acts in between, like dancers, fire dancers,
Yeah, because I'd imagine.
people on suspenders and everything. It was really cool.
And in the true goth nature, they all had creepy outfits.
That's more to do with their new album, though. I would have thought. So,
Yeah, Delirium.
yeah, which I've got to listen to again because I remember listening to it the first time, thinking it's good, but not as good as Black Crown Halo. There, if I could say that properly, because I loved Black Crown Halo, but the new album I listened to it, and I was like, so maybe
I
it's a
quite
grower.
like the new album.
I
Yeah,
absolutely love Delirium.
It might be a grower. I've only listened to it once. But we are drifting back towards music. And yes, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And I hate you, and I hate you. And I hate you both. And what the fuck is hashtag 119? Or whatever it was.
They called it the 119 show.
For some reason. And they gave everyone that was lining up a piece of paper that everyone was meant to hold up during a specific song.
During the song 119, but they didn't play the song 119.
Yeah,
really?
So everyone was sitting there like, what the fuck do we do with these now? Do we just keep them or wave them at someone?
Was it on a weekday?
It was on
a Friday.
It was on a Friday, yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't be what I was thinking there. I was going to say maybe they didn't get around. They had to cut their set list down because of what's the word? The curfew or something. But no, not on a Friday. They wouldn't have a curfew. I don't know.
No.
That's a bit weird.
I mean, it might have been date maybe because it was on the 19th of January.
Ah, yeah.
Stretching it.
Maybe they went for
Stretching it a
that.
bit.
Maybe they went for that then. I forgot they had a song called 119, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they played a lot of songs that they don't usually play live at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even played one dedicated to their deceased member.
I can't remember his name now.
I can't either, but they did it for him as a tribute thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I
Can't
don't remember Lacuna Coil member dying.
I think it was a long while ago.
Yeah, I don't remember. Might have been before I got into them, because I only got into them around Coma Liars. So with like 3 albums in by that point. So,
yeah.
Yeah, it might have been that. Or it might have been back before they got signed. I don't know. But yes, as we are on to music, the elephant in the room, one of the biggest thrash bands, not the biggest, but one of the biggest thrash bands has announced, it was either this week or last week, that they are breaking up. It is called Slayer, and they're doing their final world tour, and they're actually hitting the UK for it, which is amazing. And
never playing the UK.
So what are people's thoughts on this? Because it come out of literally nowhere.
I mean, to be fair, I was expecting it in the next few years.
Yeah, I thought there'd be one more album, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping there'd be one more album, because Repentless wasn't that great. So...
Probably why they're splitting.
Well, no, because Slayer have had a run of bad albums before, so...
Yeah.
Every time... They have a really annoying habit of doing a couple of average albums. You start to give up on them, and then they'll release something really brilliant, and you're like, fuck. So you end up still listening to them. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they've had their run, I think.
Yeah, they've been going for almost as long as I've been alive.
So yeah, I mean, they've definitely had their run then.
Yeah. Because their
Are you
first...
calling Ronnie old?
No, I am old.
Okay.
Their first album was... Slayer's first album was 1983. I was born in 1982.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah, so they were a band before that anyway. And at one point, Kerry King joined Megadeth for like 2 weeks. But anyway... It didn't work out, let's just say that. In fact, I think at the time, from everything that I've heard over videos over the last couple of weeks, apparently Kerry King turned round at the time and said, I have no idea how anyone can stand to be in a band with Dave Mustaine. So,
bloody hell.
But if he said that in the 80s, Dave Mustaine still would have been off his face on everything he could get his hands on. So, it's fair enough. That's fair enough. But yeah, Slayer coming to an end. So, what are your favourite Slayer albums?
I don't really listen to any of their full albums, to be honest.
No?
It's never a band I've really been hugely into.
I can understand that.
It's only... What's that?
I can understand that because I've seen the hardcore Slayer fans. I'm definitely not like that. I'm someone who listens.
The ones who shout Slayer.
Yeah. I listen to Slayer. I buy their albums, but I've seen them live. Live, they weren't great when I saw them, but apparently during the run when I saw them, they were like Tom was having vocal difficulties anyway, and they were quite boring as well. They didn't really move about the stage too much. But I was lucky enough to see them with Jeff Hanneman, so there is that, and he was a great guitarist. But
Yeah.
yeah, albums wise, I sort of end up listening to some of them once and then never get round to it again. I have to say.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's thrash metal was a thing. It's only recently that I've started really sort of enjoying it more. Because when I was younger, I listened to a thrash metal bit and I never understood everyone's obsession with it. But then I got into Gamma Bomb and Evil and bands like that, and I was like, yeah, I'm liking this. And now went back and listened to Exodus and Testament and all that. And I was like, okay, I've missed a lot. I'm a twat. So, you know, because really the weird thing is here for our listeners, even though Joe here is a fair bit younger than me, he's more old school than I am.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, music wise, music taste wise. So it's going to be interesting. And we're both slowly but surely getting Natalie up to date as well, I believe.
Getting there. Slowly getting there.
Yeah. But sorry, yeah. Have you got what's the album you've probably heard the most of and enjoyed?
Let me look up their albums. 1 second.
I think they've got 11 or 12 or 13
Bloody
actually. Hell. They've got a few, yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to think the album that I would have heard the most.
Well, I can tell you the 2 songs you would have heard the most.
Yeah, true. 1 second. Getting there. It would help if my phone wasn't so slow.
And now we take an artful break with some jazz music while Joe looks up the music. Sorry. Almost started going at the Doom song then. Fucking hell.
Okay, I thought I didn't know that was actually the name of the album. The
Right.
one I've heard the most is Rain in Blood.
Yeah, that is the album.
Yeah.
Which, look, I understand why it's people's favourites album, but here's my controversial thought on it as it was, although really, with everything that's going on in the world, if you're finding this controversial, you need to watch the news more. I think Rain in Blood only got such a major legendary status because as good an album as it is, everyone mainly listens to it for Rain in Blood and Angel of Death.
Yeah.
The rest of the album goes by, you're enjoying it, but then there's no other moments where you're just like, fucking yeah! There's those 2 songs. So, for me, it'd be Seasons in the Abyss. Because I absolutely goddamn love that album and that song. It's also got Blood Red on that album, if I remember rightly, which was used in an not Atari Teenage Riot album, Alec Empire song, which was absolutely awesome and was played very loudly when I got it. So, and what is your favourite Slayer? I don't know. Slayer three favourite Slayer songs.
Oh God.
And that could go to Natalie as well if she wants to join in, but I don't know how well she knows Slayer.
Not that well.
She's just looking at you, shaking her head.
Yeah. Done exactly that.
Fair enough. Just think of boobs, Nat. It's fine.
Boobs!
Oh dear. But yeah, 3 favourite Slayer songs.
God. Well, I'm probably going to be generic and say 2 of them, Angel of Death and Raining Blood.
Right. You would have been bugging if I'd said
Because
my original idea.
I honestly haven't heard a lot of Slayer.
Ah, fair enough. Season in the Abyss, man.
Yeah.
Season in the Abyss.
I just haven't heard enough Slayer to give 3 songs.
Fair enough. For me, I will go Season in the Abyss, Disciple, and probably Dead Skin Mask, because that was really good. Or Jihad. Because for me, the last really Jihad. The last really good Slayer album was Christ Illusion.
Yeah.
Which was absolutely superb. And then Well Painted Blood come out, and that was okay. Then Repentance come out the other year, and that was okay as well. So it was a bit, yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, it's. Do you think this is the beginning of the Big Four finally retiring?
Possibly. I mean, who are the rest of the big four? You obviously got Metallica,
Anthrax.
Megadeth,
It's Anthrax that everyone always forgets.
Yeah, it is Anthrax. Because they're still going, aren't they?
Yeah, they are actually one of the opening bands for Slayer's final tour.
Oh, are they? Oh, fair enough.
I believe Slayer's final tour is Slayer, Lamb of God, Anthrax, and Behemoth.
They're always touring with Lamb and God and Behemoth.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not, to be fair. It's quite a good thing. But it could be. I mean, I was expecting it to start within the next few years. I will say that.
Yeah.
Like the retirement of the big four.
Yeah.
Go on.
I think the next one's going to be Megadeth.
Possibly.
Because I know Dave is still having issues because of the nerve problems with his hand.
Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it might be a more health issue that forces him to retire. It'll either be them or it'll be Anthrax, who, considering how bad the last Anthrax album was, I don't think anyone would mind.
There is that.
Although saying it well.
And then Metallica will retire when James Hetfield gets out of his own arse.
Well, James has already said they're not looking to retire anytime soon. Metallica will retire when Lars Ulrich stops making money.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, and then he'll start some other band or something. Anthrax, yeah, that last album, I know it got really well reviewed, but I bought it and I listened to it. What was it? For All Kings, I think, was the name of the last album. And I knew it was going to be more a rock album than a thrash album, but I've realised more and more I cannot stand the original singer of Anthrax. His voice don't fit for me. I prefer John Bush.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the earliest stuff, yeah, it kind of works. Because it works for Caught in a Mosh and Indians and all that. But yeah, nowadays, yeah, it pisses me off. So. Oh dear. Right, what else has happened? Well, we've got a lot to catch up on here. So, the next one is something a bit of a downer. Because apparently Slayer's splitting up's not a downer. Is the sudden death of the Nevermore singer last year.
Yeah, I was shocked about that.
Yeah,
I was really shocked about that one.
Yeah, it was a bit of a. It was just come out of nowhere, really. As much as they were apparently on the verge of maybe a Nevermore reunion, obviously not going to happen now.
Yeah, I know. Which bloody sucks.
Yeah, not sure how much of Nevermore it would have been though, because the guitarist is in No Arch Enemy.
Yeah, I suppose.
So it might not have been the whole band. In other depressing news, Metallica's Hardwired to Self-Destruct was the highest selling hard rock album of last year.
Oh, Jesus.
But what makes me laugh is I was looking through the news stories for the last few weeks. There was this story, and then a couple of stories in, it was like 2017 was one of the worst years for metal bands selling. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's
right, fair enough.
Really rather amusing. Let's have a look. What else has happened? No, that's that. Oh, have you heard any of the new Machine Head yet?
No, not yet. I haven't got round to that one just yet.
I've not heard the album. I've looked up one of the singles on YouTube.
How is it? That's not good noise.
No, because I'd heard about how they apparently people saying, "Oh, they brought new metal influences back into it and all that." Now that doesn't bother me because I really love the Burning Red, but the stuff I heard was not good. It was not good at all.
Oh no.
So I'm a little bit wary of the new album, which I think was released today, in fact. Um, so yeah, don't know what to say. I can't give a full review until I've actually heard the full album, because it'd be a bit. It might be a case of that song fits better in an album rather than just as a one-off. So
Yeah.
yeah, we will see. We will see. Hang on a minute. So I had to check something then, because saw a picture on here for a news story about Corey Taylor doing an acoustic concert, and the picture they had, the bloke who was on guitar next to him looked like fucking Elias from WWE. So I had to check it weren't him.
Fucking hell.
Oh dear. What else is happening? Oh yeah, Linkin Park's Mike Shinoda has refused to do a Chester Bennington hologram tour, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dio thing was weird enough. So
Yeah, I know, it's really weird.
last month, Gene Simmons, and I'm surprised it's taken this goddamn long for something like this to come up. He got slapped with a sexual assault lawsuit.
God, yeah, it did take us for sweet ass time, didn't it?
Yeah, sexual assault and battery. If that's true, he's more of an arsehole than everyone thinks he is.
And everyone already thinks he's a pretty big arsehole.
Well, yeah, after trying to, what's his name, the Horns.
Oh, yeah, copyright it.
That's the word, thank you. Avenged Sevenfold apparently talking about a new album already.
Fucking hell, that was quick.
That was back in December as well, so...
Shit.
yeah, let's have a look, what else is there? Oh, another Machine Head DVD's coming up.
Cool.
Or is it? Oh no, it's a DVD that comes with
Get there if I ever get money.
Sorry?
Might get there if I ever have money.
I don't know. It's got to be on the DVD with the new album. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it might just be a live DVD comes with that album. So with a quick making of.
Yeah.
What else is happening? Oh yeah, this was the new one because I've been sent the album. I've got to listen to it. Have you heard of Legend of the Seagull Men?
Legend of what, sorry?
The Seagull Men.
Legend of the Seagull Men? No, that sounds like a DreamWorks animated movie.
Well, no. Although I do know where you're coming from on that one. It's a supergroup involving
Consisting of...
Brent Hines from Mastodon, Danny Carey from Tool, and members of Jonah Hex and other bands.
Bloody hell. And they've gone with the name Legend of the Seagull Men.
Yes. Yes, they have.
That is beautiful.
Well, yeah. It's, I've been sent the album. I've got to get around to listen to it, but I can't actually release the review for it until I believe it's February. So,
bloody hell.
For all Slipknot fans, Clown has said he's going to be in the studio in November of this year for the new album.
Nice. Hopefully it's better than the last one.
Wouldn't be that hard. Behemoth has a live album coming out.
Ooh.
And now something for Natalie. Korn's Jonathan Davis confirms his solo record and solo tour for this year.
Yeah, apparently he's at
Download
this year.
He's done it before by himself. Back where it was JDSFA, Jonathan Davis and the Simply Fucking Amazings. So oh, he's already got a song out.
Oh, fair enough, I didn't know that actually.
Nor did I until I've just found it. Let's have a look. It's called What It Is. Let's have a quick blast. This will sound crap to you through the microphone, but it doesn't matter. If I get copyright striked, it don't matter anymore because I can't monetize my videos anymore.
Oh, the new YouTube shitty system.
Yes, we'll get into that because it's hit a lot of people. Christ, he's looking old. I'll be honest, it just sounds like a slow corn track.
I was thinking that.
Although he is signed to a different record label as a solo artist.
Who's he signed to?
Sumerian, which is the same label as... what's their bloody name? Upon a Burning Body, Death Crosses, and Asking Alexandria.
Right.
But the good thing about that is it means that I might be able to sort out an interview.
Nice.
And I can already see Natalie staring at me through the screen saying, "You're taking me."
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Did her face light up when I said that?
Just a little. She's pulling a creeper face and waving creepily.
Is that to me or to the video of Jonathan Davis is what I'm wondering.
That's just a reaction. I won't actually do that.
We will see. We will see.
Well, if I meet him, I don't want him to think I'm some sort of, like, scary creeper and he needs to run away for the rest of his life.
Considering some of the ex-wives he's got, I think he's already past that. So...
Touche.
Dear. This is interesting. There's a career-spanning Arch Enemy box set coming out. But it's vinyl only.
So it's going to be over 100 quid.
Yeah, well, it would be that much anyway because they've got quite a lot of albums. And it's going to have an extra album in it that is full of covers.
Fair enough.
Although some of these have already been released by them. He's got the Book of Heavy Metal cover on there, Symphony of Destruction cover, the Aces High cover, their cover of Incarnated Solvent Abuse. Quite a lot of it seems to be old school punk bands.
Oh, fair enough.
So, interesting. Oh, Christ. Yeah, no, scroll the right way, you bastard. So, is there anything you two have heard of and want to speak about while I'm trying to sort this out?
You've been listening to Leaves' Eyes, haven't you, recently?
Yeah, they're really good.
What album have you been listening to?
It's
the new one they've released. Sign of the Dragonhead, I think it's called.
Yeah, I've not heard any of that. The last album I had with them still had Liv Tyler, not Liv Tyler, fucking Liv Tyler, Liv Christine on it. So,
right.
I've also been listening to Ed Guy.
Oh, Ed Guy are awesome because they really do not take themselves seriously.
I've been listening to them. Yeah, I've got her into them recently.
And he's shown me Dragonland as well.
Can't guess it's a super cheesy power metal band.
Yeah, I think I have heard Dragonland before. I completely forgot about them.
Fair enough.
When it comes to Ed Guy,
listening to Serenity Lionheart.
Yeah.
That was good live. That was good live. I've got to get hold of that. When it comes to Ed Guy, have you played a Love Tiger in England?
I have played a Love Tiger.
And how much did she punch you for getting it stuck in her head?
I haven't been punched yet, actually.
Well, no time like the present.
Oh, who do you think I am? I'm no violent asshole. I'm just a grumpy bitch.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know that as soon as someone comes up to you and goes, "Love tiger," you got to have it stuck in your head for the whole day.
Yeah.
And yes, if you see Ed Guy live, they do play it. along with England.
Right, fair enough.
Dear. And yes, when I saw them, they did get the whole crowd singing "England's Got Steve Harris." So,
Wow.
yeah, it was good. Oh, Corey Taylor's apparently been separated from his wife for 9 months.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, kept that
Again,
quiet.
I forget he has a wife.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He has got a kid, hasn't he?
Yeah, spitting
Yeah.
image of.
Yeah, because didn't his kid come up and do a song with Stone Sour?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Everyone was blown away by his skills.
But it's what?
Skills!
Ah, fair enough. I'm trying to work out what you said. Cause
Probably also surprised that his neck isn't the same size as his dad's.
Give him a few more years, they'll be complete twins.
There is that. Megadeth. Dave Mustaine has said the band will probably hit the studio in June this year for a new album.
Cool. That was
Yeah.
quick as well, actually. When did Dystopian come out?
About 3 years ago.
Was it really? Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's
Fair enough.
the years have been going quite quick. I know this.
Yeah, they have.
At the Gates have recorded their new album.
Cool.
Excellent. Look. Oh God, Phil Anselmo's still trying to make a Pantera reunion happen.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, Rex, the bassist, Rex has said he's not into it at all, and considering I don't believe that Vinny is even speaking to Phil still because of everything, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. No, it's not at all.
Well, something I do want to bring up that I'm guessing is probably going to be addressed in the lyrics on the new Machine Head album because he's the one who brought it up. Is everyone seems to have forgotten very quickly what happened at Dime Bash a couple of years ago with Phil Anselmo.
Forgot about what? You're really cutting out at the moment.
The thing that happened with Phil Anselmo at the Dime Bash thing a few years ago.
I have forgotten about that.
Where he done the Nazi salute at the end of the gig and shouted "White Power."
Ah, yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Ah,
that needs to be brought back up. I feel because it's like he's got away with it again, and it's not the first time he's done something like this. And Rob Flynn of Machine Head, I mean, considering the amount of hate and fans he must have lost for making that public video about it that year, well done to him for calling Phil Anselmo out. Because really, he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. Racism has no place in metal or any music. Although whether you want to call the constant use of the N-word in hip hop racist is up to you. I leave them to it. So, but yeah, that needs to be sorted and never forgotten.
yeah.
Yes, not good.
Fucking hell.
Oh, a new Lucifer album's coming out. If you've ever heard Lucifer,
No.
I think I have a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doom band fronted by a woman.
I might have to listen to that.
They are really good, really good. Look up the song Abracadabra.
I might have heard that actually.
Don't worry, it's not a cover of the '80s song, which I think was by Adam
Thank
and the
God for
Ants.
that.
Yeah, there is a metal cover of that song by Sugar Ray of all people, but no, it's Lucifer are well worth getting into. I've got their last album, and my God, it is proper good doom, man. Really fucking good doom. Or doom, not good doom. I don't know what good doom is. What is going on over there? I'm hearing loads of like scrambling about and everything.
Oh, I keep leaning down for my drink, and I'm on a really squeaky desk chair.
Ah, right, okay. He's having a wank, everyone.
Yeah.
Joe, put it away!
I'm sorry. Got a disorder.
You've got a disorder.
Yes.
Oh dear, chronic masturbation.
Compulsive masturbation disorder.
I haven't actually got that. That is an actual real thing.
Oh dear. Didn't take us long, did it?
Not long at all. Now it's back to what the podcast was usually. Smut.
Yeah. Oh. Sodom have parted ways with their guitarist and drummer.
Shit, when did that happen?
2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And yet they're working on a new album and they're still going to do the live shows they're booked for.
Bollocks. That's interesting.
Yeah, considering... You alright?
She can't bother to laugh, so she's saying lol instead.
She can't laugh?
Can't be bothered to laugh.
You're a strange, strange person.
Thank you.
Yeah, fair enough. At least Sodom is a band I've got to actually check out, because I've only heard Asian Orange once, the song, and that's it.
Yeah. They're a good band to get into. I've only got one of their albums, which was their last one, Decision Day, I think it was.
Oh yeah, come out last year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really worth a listen. Really is.
Yeah, I will have to.
I mean, if you like black and thrash metal, then go for it.
Well, I am a fan of stuff like Venom, and I'm quite enjoying Destruction. So, yeah. I think I would like it. Now, instead of me feeling old, you guys can get to feel old now.
I already do with my back.
Yeah, don't even get me started. My body's giving up on me.
I'm saying nothing.
22 going on 17, that's all I'm going to say.
I'm 35 going on 90.
We're all old.
Hurry up, get in the home.
Right. Here are 22 albums celebrating their 10-year anniversary.
Oh God.
All Shall Perish, Awaken the Dreamers. To be honest, I don't know All Shall Perish, so...
I don't know that one either.
No.
A Monomarth, Twilight of the Thunder God.
That's 10 years old. Shit.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That shocked me.
It was a great album.
I think they've only had one album since, have they?
2. They had Deceiver of the Gods and Jomsviking.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Jomsviking. Bullet for My Valentine, Scream Aim Fire.
Shit. I remember buying that years ago. 10 years ago.
I remember listening to it.
That was the album that put me slightly off BFMV, and then I got brought back in for the album afterwards. So.
Oh, Fever.
Yeah, Fever was probably the last really good album by BFMV for me. Cavalera Conspiracy, Inflicted.
Not listened to that.
That was her first album. Cynic, Traced in Air. I've not listened to any Cynic. Here's one that will make you feel old, considering it was just before they stopped, took a hiatus, then come back with a really good album. Disturbed, Indestructible.
Fuck.
Shit.
You think that's bad? The Sickness by Disturbed is 16 years old. 17 years old, even.
What was that?
The Sickness by Disturbed, the first album.
Fucking hell.
Elvati.
I don't like it, make it stop.
Elvati, Slania, which is an album I've never heard of, is 10 years old.
Which one?
Slavia.
That's one of their best albums.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it really is.
So Slania even, not Slavia.
Yeah.
Was that when it was...
If you ever get a chance to listen to it, do.
Was that when it was still just Kriegel and they didn't have Anna or any other female vocalist?
They did have a female vocalist, but it wasn't Anna.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah.
And Muir,
I
another
believe.
band I've never listened to with the Respect issue. I think they're hardcore. Christ, this makes me feel old. Hate Eternal, Fury and Flames.
Never listened to it.
It's good,
Not
man.
listened to that one.
It's good.
Yeah.
Meshuggah, Obson.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. And just to show how I'll give Metallica fans one thing: they're fucking patient, considering it's got to have taken 9 years for the follow-up to this album to have come out. Metallica's album prior to Self-Destruct was 10 years ago. It's Death Magnetic.
Fuck, Death Magnetic was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Fucking hell. I remember buying that when it came out as well.
they haven't had an album in between, have they?
They had Lulu.
They haven't had an album in between, have they?
Oh dear, what have you started?
Ah, dear.
Everyone would like to forget Lulu. Metallica.
Even Metallica fans want to forget Lulu, trust me.
Yeah.
I'm going through the ones that we know. So, Opeth, Watershed.
Oh shit.
So it's been a good 10 albums since Opeth last had heavy vocals.
Yeah.
And people still moaning about it.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
Slipknot's All Hope Is Gone, or as I like to call it, the Slipknot album where they lost what they were sounded like.
Yeah, I remember buying that one as well when it came out, but I can't remember.
I remember the first time that Kerrang Channel showed Psychosocial.
And then 2 minutes later they played it again.
Yeah. I can't believe this is 10 years already. Testament, Formation of Damnation.
Fucking hell.
What else? Tall Shaped Neanderthal. Oh no, that's not the album I own. The only Whitechapel album I've heard and actually quite liked. This Is Exile.
It's a good album.
Very good album. And yeah, the others I didn't know, so I don't know if you would have known, but it's stuff like Norma Jean and stuff like that, which I've never got around to listening to myself.
No idea.
Oh yeah, there was also the really good news that Decapitated got cleared of their charges.
Cool, good.
So they're back out and everything. I don't know whether they got like fined or anything, but yeah, the charges got sort of dropped or something like that.
Yeah. Good.
Let's have a look. What else is there? Oh yeah, because no matter what you say, Kiss fans have got to be Kiss fans. But I don't care if you're a Kiss fan. This is bullshit. Kiss made an interviewer change his Iron Maiden shirt before he got to interview them.
Wow. That's
bullshit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know how to respond to that. Apart from that is bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, for fuck's sake. Oh dear. Donald Trump has been called out by that defender of metal, Fred Durst.
Oh no. Oh god, what's he had to say?
That's what I'm looking up because he might have had a point. Fred Durst is an idiot, but sometimes he can come out with good things. Right, oh dear. What's he said? Well, Trump put Jake Tapper of fake news CNN just got destroyed in his interview with Stephen Miller of the Trump administration. Watch the hatred and unfairness of the CNN flunky. Fred Durst has said, please sir, just stop this manipulation and raise the bar. You have this wonderful opportunity to make our world better. We unmistakably need a role model and leader for now and the future. This isn't the way. Fred, if you can say intelligent things like that on a tweet to the president, maybe relook at your lyrics. Because that's quite intelligent, and fair enough, you're right on that one, but I bet that night you were on stage singing...
thing he's ever said.
Yeah, I bet that night he was singing about how all he did it was for the nookie. I've just...
Damn it.
Thing is, I bet you nowadays Fred Durst is actually a fairly nice bloke, considering he's not like got the whole fame thing behind him anymore. But and who knows what's happening? I don't think Limp Bizkit fans are going to see a new Bat album, personally.
Well, apparently he did say they released one last year.
Yeah, that's bollocks.
Yeah, I know.
So, oh yeah, this was a bit of sad news as well. As if, for older metal fans, losing the Nevermore singer was bad. And then the guitarist of Baby Metal died after he fell off an observation desk.
Oh. Yeah, shit. I forgot about that one.
His name, and I apologise to any Japanese listeners if I cock up the pronunciation of this, is Mikio Kagami Fujioka.
Perfect. 10 out of 10.
It might be. It probably means Steve in English. But yeah, he passed away. Now, I am, and you may hate me for this, but I am someone who is a big supporter of baby metal because they're different.
They are slowly growing on me.
Another way to see it is see it like Linkin Park were back in the day. They are a gateway to metal bands getting bigger, and in this case, J-rock and J-metal bands getting bigger over here and in America.
Yeah.
So, even if you are someone who listens to this and you hate it, you've got to give baby metal that, because on the back of baby metal getting bigger, I'm now able to find band-made albums in my local HMV and able to get the Love Bites album on Amazon for a decent price.
Yeah, there is that.
Which,
have you listened to the album yet?
I have indeed, and I was not expecting it to be as good as it is. Good lord.
I've had it since November, and I've not got round to listening to it yet.
Only come out in November, didn't it? I don't
We
think
got it at Hyper Japan.
Yeah, because they played, and I found that out Found that out and realised that you two were there. I was like, you bastards.
Well, we ended up leaving before they came on, because they came on later on in the afternoon, and we'd been there since the early morning, so...
Well, next time they're over for their own tour, I think we should go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If you want another band that's similar but really good, listen to Mary's Blood.
I think I looked up one of their songs. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I did. I remember quite liking it. But when I tried to look for their albums on Amazon, they were a ridiculous price at the time. So
yeah, well, I mean, they're starting to actually get distributed over here now as well, so you can get it on Amazon for a decent price.
I'm gonna say that will make it, because I would like to see Love Bites, and I'm hoping they get like supported by Bandmade or something, because I want to see them because their music's quite good. And I know those people probably just going, "Oh, you want to see Bandmade for the Perv thing?" Don't get me wrong, they're good looking, but I actually like the music. So. Also, it's Japanese, most of it's got to be perverted anyway. I'm surprised Love Bites aren't more perverted, in all honesty.
Yeah, same.
Oh dear. Let's see. What was that? Oh, Zakk Wylde is rejoining Ozzy Osbourne as his guitarist.
I was kind of expecting that, actually.
Yeah, but it didn't give. Did they ever release an album with the Firewind guitarist?
I don't remember.
I don't think they did, because I know Gus G released his own albums, which were. I saw him live. I actually met him. He was a nice bloke. Didn't interview him. I just met him, and he was really fucking good. really fucking good live.
Yeah.
Even if the singer they employed might as well have been like Lemmy's long lost brother for the way his vocals sounded.
Bloody hell.
But yeah, I honestly can't remember if they ever released an album where the songs were written by Gus G.
I can't remember if they did or not.
Was Scream Gus G, or was that before Gus G?
Oh shit.
Because that's the last Aussie album.
Yeah, I actually can't remember.
Yeah, I've got to listen to that album again because I remember really, really liking it. Mm.
Yeah, it was quite good actually.
Yeah, All Perfect Circle said the new album's out in spring.
Cool.
Which probably puts another delay on the Tool album.
Yeah. That's not coming out this year.
No. Although you said that, the next story that come up on my screen is Tool's bassist says the new album's definitely out this year.
Which is what they said last year.
And the year before, and for the last 12 years.
Exactly.
I can't leave it too long because it's now got to the point where if it's not the most perfect prog metal album ever released, everyone will dump on it. So.
Yeah.
Oh dear. In the files of holy shit, they're still going. Puddle of Mud.
Fucking what?
Yeah, it's still going. And the frontman has been checked into rehab, which isn't surprising if you've looked up any live video of them in the last few years. He is a mess.
I forgot they existed, so no, I haven't.
Yeah, he's a proper mess. He's proper full-blown alcoholic and everything. He was going on stage telling people to fuck off and then walking off.
Wow.
There was one point where it was so bad that the rest of the band walked off and left him on stage.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
In exciting news for me, being the fan that I am, Kitty are finally releasing their documentary and live album in March.
Still yet to listen to them.
How can I put it? Prepare for the first album to be very kind of new metally, but not with rapping, just the riffs and that. But it's a very good album. It's a mix of like new metal and bit of a glam rock sheen to it. And then the second album is a bit metalcore, and then the rest of the album sort of vary between both. And their last album, which was I Failed You, is absolutely awesome, and I cannot recommend it enough. So,
Fair enough.
yes. Let's see. Oh yeah. For the third death that happened since we last done a podcast. Jesus. Fast Eddie Clark of Motorhead.
Oh fuck! Really? I didn't know that one.
Yeah, he died 2 weeks ago.
Oh bollocks!
At the age of 67. So,
Oh fucking hell! Still quite young.
yeah. But on the plus side, that now means that wherever they are, Lemmy, Fast Eddie Clark, and the classic drummer whose name has gone out of my mind, they've got the classic lineup of Motorhead there.
There you go. Afterlife tour.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, Danny Carey says the new Tool album's tracks are too long. Oh god, they're going to be editing them down for another 10 years.
Exactly. That's their excuse to not release it this year.
Oh, don't tempt it. Christ. Right, just take a bit of a offshoot on to try and get Natalie re-involved. She's probably sat there bored off her arse. What are your most anticipated albums for this year?
What's coming out this year?
I have no idea. You forget, I'm still not that person that knows albums. I know songs.
Yeah, but think of bands that maybe haven't toured for a while, or that you haven't seen them release an album recently. I'd say anything that's not come out A band's not had an album for the last 2 years. Has probably got an album coming out this year.
Mm.
Who would you like to see release an album?
Yeah, let's go with that if you could. If you know.
So much pressure. I think I'd like.
See, the one that I would have
Maybe. What was that, sir?
the one that I would have suggested for you. I'm not sure if it's going to happen because he's releasing a solo album. But it's got to have been almost 2 years since the last Korn album already.
Yeah, I think it came out late 2016, I think.
Yeah. So maybe while he's doing the solo album, they'll be writing the new Korn album music-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was you going to say, Sweets?
When did the latest Ailstorm album come out?
Last year.
Was it
Okay.
last year? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Ailstorm have just re-released their Captain Morgan's Revenge.
Yeah, I think that came out today, actually.
Yeah, it did.
About LVT.
Last year as well. But they are working on another album.
Oh, good.
Because the last one was an acoustic one to introduce all the new members.
Right.
And then now they're working on one that's like their normal style.
Yeah, introduced all the new members, of which I think everyone just took more notice of the redhead singer than anything else.
Yeah.
I know I did.
What about Freedom Call?
Freedom Call's album was 2 years ago, I believe.
I think it'd be nice if they did a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last Lacuna Coil album?
What's that?
Was Lacuna Coil last year or the year before?
Year before, 2016.
Ah, so they might, after this tour to celebrate their 20th anniversary, work on a new album.
Hopefully. I mean, they're releasing a, I think they're releasing a best of.
Oh, well, that'll be interesting.
I think they're releasing a best of this year. Something like that.
I'll have to look into that.
I'd like to finally see the new Behemoth album.
Yes. But that's got to be more curiosity than anything else, to see if it can be at least as good as The Satanist.
True, especially considering, what's the singer's name? Nurgle?
Yeah, Nurgle, the most
Yeah,
unthreatening name in the history of black metal bands.
I know. I mean, considering he said that was probably the last album he'd make because he'd never be able to top it.
Yeah, he didn't think he could at the time. Yeah. See, the problem is, I love Behemoth. I'm sure I would love Nurgle. Nurgle if I ever got to interview him. But every time I hear his name, all I think of is Garfield's cousin, who was called Nermal.
God damn it.
Also, Joe, Toffee.
Oh, fuck you. We can't even explain that joke on the internet.
Not with about 1 million complaints, no. No, we can't.
Not you guys and Toffee again.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
Oh, God.
It begins.
I'll just explain, it's not a sexual thing.
No, it's not.
No, it is. They actually spent a night together without me knowing, and they actually shared a bathtub full of juicy, gooey toffee, and they rubbed it all over themselves, and then they licked it off in front of a camera.
Yeah, but that was because we
But
did
all this
it.
sounds...
We were doing that as part of a music video that got filmed for the new Infant Annihilator single. That's probably gone over Natalie's head, but I'll explain that to people who don't know Infant Annihilator, which is fair enough because the name might put you off. One of their music videos is literally two guys throwing eggs at each other and smothering it all over their bodies.
Yeah.
That sounds like something you two would do.
We've already
It's
done it.
quite funny. Yeah, true.
What else have you guys done that I don't know about?
Oh, so many things.
Quick,
so
Ronnie,
many
run.
things. I don't need to, I'm not there.
Oh shit. No, Joe, run. Wait, I am Joe.
Run, Joe, run!
Running.
Oh dear. Oh, he's
I
knocking
think
at
I'd
the
like
door.
to see, if we're going on to like bands who we'd like to see,
Yeah, let's bring
release a
this
new album, I'd
back.
like to see a new one from, I'd like to see a new one from Equilibrium.
I think you'll say Tall then. Equilibrium, yeah. Although, hang on. Trying to think of how old Prey is.
2 years ago, though. What's that?
Prey was their last album, wasn't it?
It was Armageddon 2
Sorry,
years ago.
yeah, Prey was the single off it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good because I'd like to go see them again. Actually, Equilibrium. They were quite good.
I'd like to see them in general. I mean, their last album was really fucking good.
Yeah. I literally only got into them because of Watch Out Scaldy song.
Which one?
Watch Out Scaldy, the one with the epic ordering of a pint of beer.
Ah, one beer. Bitter.
Bitter. Yeah. So yeah, because that was when it was them, and I interviewed the guitarist because the singer doesn't speak English.
Right.
Well, he don't speak English that well anyway, because the singer's German, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they sing mostly in German. I think
Yeah.
there's only 2 songs in their entire library where they sing in English.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he's a very nice
And they were
bloke.
both on the last album.
Yeah, he's a really nice bloke. He like interacted with the crowd with his very broken English that he could come out with. He's a very nice bloke. But it was them supported by Trollfest. You know, that was amazing.
Right.
So I interviewed both bands and it was superb. You can see those interviews elsewhere on this channel. Plug.
Subscribe.
Oh dear. Yeah, I'd like to see a new Equilibrium album. I'm looking for that Helvetia album. I'm joining Natalie on that. What else is there that could come out? I would say Fear Factory, but I'll get onto that later.
Right.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah. It's something that will come up in the news later. That, yeah. Who else is there? Delane are working on a new album, I do believe.
Who are, sorry?
Delane.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay, cool.
Yes. Also coming out this year, the new Camelot album, The Shadow Theory.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yes.
There's horror later this year as well.
Yeah, October.
Yeah, that's it.
And I
So
will
they're playing at
do.
the Coco.
Yeah, I will do my utter best to be there because one, they sell out quick, and two, the guest lists fill up quick along with interviews. I was lucky I got it last time.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get Tommy Karovic as the interview this time. Because that would be good. Although my first question will
Big
be...
Powerwolf are releasing an album as well.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. I think they did say they are releasing one.
Yeah, because you can't beat a band whose whole idea is that they're vampire werewolves or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
But they're also religious, and so they make their album sound like they're singing in a church.
yeah, that's fair enough. It worked for Gallhammer back in the day. It's another great Japanese band people should check out. Who else is there? Trying to think. I was going to say something there, it's gone. Well, I'm hoping a new Kitty album happens this year. Been waiting for 6 years. Devin Townsend is releasing 4 albums this year because that man wants to empty my wallet.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, he's done it before. In about 2009, he
Oh,
released
fair enough.
4 albums. It was ridiculous. And the thing is,
Ridiculous.
they were 4 really fucking good albums as well that all sounded different from each other.
Oh, bloody hell.
So, what else would I like to say? A new Killing Joke album would be nice.
I've not actually listened to them.
Yeah, the post-punk. I can't really describe them, to be honest with you.
Yeah. When did Dark Throne release their last album? Was it last year or year before?
Dark Throne release an album every year, didn't they?
I think they do, yeah.
That's why every time I lose my job, like a job of mine comes to an end, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna end up having about 4 Dark Throne albums to catch up on. So, although what was the last Dark Throne album?
Arctic Thunder.
Oh yeah, because it had Canadian metal on it. No, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I thought it was.
So maybe, yeah, because they'd started wandering back into being black metal. again.
Yeah.
That's probably why I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was actually a good album.
Yeah, I believe Psychostick have a new album this year.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they've also announced they're going to be on the 70,000 Tons of Metal.
I'd love to do that one year.
Yeah, same here. Same
I just
here.
ain't got that money.
No, because you've got to fly to America to get on the boat to travel around the world to come back to America to fly back. So
Exactly.
it's a bit of a pain. Trying to think. Well, the reason I bring this up is because there's a list on Metal Injection of the. Hang on, let's have a look. 35 most anticipated albums of 2018.
Right.
They've got Ozzy Osbourne, which it's about bloody time.
True.
Oh, there we go. The last Ozzy. Oh no, it weren't. Sorry. I'd say the last Ozzy album was Black Rain, but no, Scream was after that. So Gus G must have only done Scream.
I guess he has, yeah.
Bloody, that's a waste. The next one isn't happening because I've put Slayer.
Bloody hell.
Tool. Yeah, that ain't happening.
No, it's not happening.
Megadeth. Yep, I'd like to say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been Rammstein.
Oh, God.
It's
Yeah,
been
God, when was their last album?
9 years ago.
Wow.
Since the last Rammstein album, I have moved house twice
Bloody hell.
and lost my hair. So, Exodus apparently.
That'd be pretty good. I mean, their last album was really good.
Well, Gary Holt's not going to be so busy with Slayer anymore, is he? So,
There is that.
Judas Priest has already been confirmed. Firepower out on March 9th.
Right.
Behemoth is this year.
Oh, is it?
Well, they're hoping it would be, but it's sounding like it. New Black Label Society album.
Right.
Perfect Circle. Yeah, Machine Head was out today.
Yeah.
Children of Boredom.
Right. Yeah, they've not released an album in a couple of years.
Yeah, I'm really not interested myself.
Fair enough.
At the same
I quite
day
enjoy 'em.
as what did I just say was being released on March 9th? It won't be on. Oh, oh Christ! The new Ministry album, American, is being released the same day as Judas Priest's new album.
Oh, that's not a good release date.
That's not a good release date. I like both bands, but yeah. Yeah.
God, I forgot Ministry releasing a new album.
Yeah, I need to catch up on Ministry because I've just noticed apparently one of the new songs has Burton C. Bell on it from Fear Factory, which will be the third time he's been on a Ministry album. Jesus, oh dear. But yeah, that's what they're anticipating apparently. Some of which have been obviously announced. And do you remember Andrew WK?
Oh yeah, Andrew WK's releasing an album, isn't he?
Yeah, because he's just released his first new song in 9 years.
Yeah, have you listened to it yet?
No, but does it sound exactly like Party Hard?
No, it doesn't actually.
Oh, thank fuck, because I bought the first Andrew WK album, and every song was just Party Hard with different lyrics.
Pretty much. And then he released his second album, The Wolf, which was Party Hard with different lyrics.
Yeah, I didn't bother with the second album myself because of that. So, yeah. Well, that'll be interesting. See what happens. What else is there? Oh God, Mars Volta. Never get into them. Let's have a look. You can tell this is live because I'm not cutting to when I found what I want to speak about. Oh dear, dear. That would be Tom Araya with a puppy and smiling.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
There was a Pantera, Corn, Fear Factory, and more to appear at Dime Bash 2018,
Okay.
which doesn't come to England. But anyway,
Yeah.
the event will feature an all-star
Have a pee
jam.
break.
Sorry?
I need to have a pee break.
Oh, if it said a tea break.
No, pee break.
Oh, fair enough. Well, in that case, Natalie can start
And the
speaking.
Yeah. Gotta give me both. I gotta go pee.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear, dear. So, Nat, how goes the listening to Corn albums?
What was that, sorry?
How goes the listening your way through Corn albums, or have you listened to them all now?
No, I've been occupied with all the new stuff Joe's been showing me, like Dragonland and Edguy and Serenity and all that.
Ah, fair enough. Any favourites out of them?
I definitely like. Hang on. Oh, you'll be proud of me. It's actually albums, not just songs.
She's getting better, people. She's getting better.
I definitely like Leaves' Eyes, Sign of the Dragonland.
Yeah, I said I've not listened to that yet. Last Leaves' Eyes album I heard was their last album, which is their last one with Liv Christine. And I said the word last too much in that sentence.
Well, you should definitely try Dragonland because it's really good. And then for Edguy, I think Monuments is really good.
It's their best of.
Oh, is it? That's probably why it's really good.
And then Dragonland, Under the Grey Banner.
See that? Yeah, that song, that album title sounds familiar to me. So I must have listened to Dragonland.
And I'm still yet to listen to Freedom Call Master of Light because Joe got me this big special box that came with like an album.
Came with the album, a bonus album.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses of all things.
A poster.
And a signed picture card.
So we're just not going to speak about the box you bought her with the dildo and everything then.
I know it was there. It came with a Freedom Call dildo.
It makes sense with the band name.
Joe's CDs on the CD storage thing.
Yeah.
It's now got the box, like the Freedom Call box, on top of all the CDs. So you've got like this big, muscly man on top of a load of CDs.
Yeah, we have Ronnie on top of the CDs.
I am not a big muscly man by any stretch of the imagination. And both.
In my fan art, you are.
I was going to say, Joe, are you daydreaming again?
Oh, is he doodling? Is he doodling? I was going to say.
He's doodling himself because of you.
Ah. Oh dear, getting all embarrassed now. I was going to say, yes, Freedom's Cry.
Hashtag 2018.
Freedom's Cry dildos would work because it would work with the band name.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or vibrator.
What are you and vibrators? Are you secretly trying to hint that you actually have like a vibrator stash, but you don't want anyone to know?
No, I don't have a vibrator stash. In this room.
There's a vibrator stash.
Oh dear. So Natalie's getting there. This is good. This is good to hear that Natalie is getting brought up to speed, as it were. But you're going to end up more old school than me. You're going to be like Joe again. So I'm going to be speaking myself about some bands. What is your actual, like, ignoring the personalities in the band, what are both your thoughts on Limp Bizkit's music?
I quite like them, I'm not gonna lie. I quite like their more well-known stuff, obviously.
I don't say if it's just focusing on the music, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say I hate them.
Yeah, I'm saying focused on the music because if it was focusing on the personalities, then the way Fred Durst has acted would explain why they're one of the most hated bands in the world. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I mean like we all know Fred Durst is a bit of a wanker. Let's face it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I hate Limp Bizkit. If you probably gave me a greatest hits, I'd probably happily listen to it.
there is a greatest hits.
Is there really?
I believe so, yeah. Come out a few years ago.
I bet it's got all my favourites.
Yeah.
What, rolling and
To be honest with
No,
you,
Rolling, Generations, Nookie, Gone Cobra, Eat You Alive.
fair enough.
really, if you want a best of Limp Bizkit, just get Significant Other and hot dog flavoured water. That'll be
Yeah, but don't get
everything.
the censored version because I picked that album up once and that was a big mistake.
I'm surprised it had any songs on it.
I mean, the first song has fuck every other word and is literally one word censor, 2 words censor.
Christ, I'd imagine if you'd picked up the censored version of Significant Other, the song with Method Man or whoever it is, would be just blank. In all honesty,
Probably would.
the most extreme thing I've heard of censoring was it's not metal, but I do listen to him. Eminem, and
I like Eminem.
his second album, Marshall Mathers LP. If you got the censored version, the song Kim is not on it at all because it is that violent sounding and that lyrically.
Yeah. When I was younger, my mum went through a phase of liking Eminem, so I pretty much heard all of his CDs, but we heard the one with the Kim song, and yeah, that was not pleasant.
Well, no, because if I remember right, the end of that is about 30 seconds of him screaming "Bleed, bitch, bleed." So,
Yeah.
yeah. Thinks it's a good song. That's what worries me. Or I'm just depraved. One of the two, or both.
No, despite how can you call it? Despite how
Misogynistic.
his songs are, they are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean Eminem, he is misogynistic lyrically and homophobic and all that, but he has said that that's just the character he's playing as the rapper. Because in interviews, if he was genuinely like homophobic and all that, he would not be good friends with Elton John.
True.
And if you heard what he said,
Yeah.
For me,
did you hear
for
what
me,
he
rap
said?
is just one of those things I just can't get into.
It took me a while.
Personally.
Took me a while. But did you hear what Eminem actually sent Elton John and his other half for their wedding?
No.
He sent them two diamond encrusted cock rings.
Fucking hell.
So, you know. Oh, dear.
Wow.
My personal view on Limp Bizkit is, would I call them metal? Yes, but they're very much. I'll class them with Andrew WK. They're party metal.
Yeah.
They're the perfect band for a festival. Ignoring what happened at Woodstock '99. But as serious musicians, like a serious band, no. But on the plus side, it does mean we get Wes Borland's guitar playing, which if you've listened to either Black Light Burns or Big Dumb Face, you realise how much he's underused in Limp Bizkit.
Oh, he really is.
I mean, that new Big Dumb Face album is bloody awesome and has some amazing guitaring on it. But most people won't hear it because they'll just associate him with Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of an issue. But yes, back to the news thing. The Dime Bash that happened last night, now I'm looking at the date, at the Observatory in Santa Ana, is going to have an all-star jam, play a set list of songs, and the band is going to be a revolving door of members from Pantera, Suicidal Tendencies, Rob Zombie, Alice Cooper, Korn, Fear Factory, Armoured Saint, King's Cross, Ace Frehley, I keep saying his name wrong, King spelt with a Y, Cypress Hill, it's interesting, Biohazard, Powerflow,
also known as Resident Evil.
One day it was going to happen, someone would say that. Fireball Ministry, Prong, and Act of Defiance. Act of Defiance being ex-members of Megadeth. Now, the interesting thing there is I have to wonder what members of Powerflow are going to be there. Because if it's the bassist, he's the one who's in the middle of a massive argument with Fear Factory.
Ah.
Yeah. So, I wonder how that went down last night.
Yeah.
Basically,
the main thing I got from that was Armoured Saint is still going.
Yeah, they've had about 1 or 2 albums since they went back to them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, look it up, man. I think they released an album last year.
Oh shit! I need to get on that.
Is that what you say to Ronnie every night?
Yeah.
She's really got to stop listening to our recordings. Anyway,
I know.
let's have a look. Armoured Saint. So I know I've got their newest album. Oh no, I haven't. They've got March of the Saint, which I don't know if that's a new one. What else is there? What's the bloody album I've got? Oh yeah, the one from a couple of years ago, Win Hands Down, which was really quite good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to catch up on that.
I need to catch up on some Armoured Saint, I think.
Yes. I think their sort of comeback was a bit not very well advertised, to be honest with you.
Probably why I didn't know.
Yeah, it's I only knew because the label told me. I like, oh, here's this album by Armoured Saint. It's their comeback album. I was like, oh right, okay. I may have interviewed.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I did interview one of them over Skype. I can't remember who it was. Interesting. It was a while ago. Let's have a look what else is going to be going on. Dead Cross have got new music already.
God, they're bloody pumping it out, aren't they?
It's Mike Patton, isn't it? I don't think he stops. So you were saying?
I was saying, point taken.
Yeah, I generally don't think he stops making music, even when he's asleep. So,
True.
you know. Oh yeah, this was the other weird one. The possibility that Johnny Depp's joining Marilyn Manson on guitar.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Because he's already played with them.
That'd be awesome.
Well, he's played with them before, a few times in fact. And
yeah, I remember seeing a video surfaced a few years ago of Johnny Depp, Marilyn Manson, and Alice Cooper.
yeah, that'd be Hollywood Vampires, because he's part of that, Johnny Depp, with Alice Cooper and loads of other people. The Hollywood Vampires album's actually pretty good. It's all covers, but it is really good. But yeah, Marilyn Manson put up a tweet up just saying Johnny Depp's considering a position on guitar. Sound great? Question mark.
Fair enough.
So it's not like no one knows that they're not mates. So
Yeah.
hopefully Johnny Depp can continue making Manson albums that are good. Because the last 2 were really good for Manson. Last 3, sorry.
I've not listened to the latest one.
It's a great album in fact, but some of the songs are definitely a grower.
Right.
So it is one you'll need to listen to a few times. Proving that he might be also one of the nicest people in rock and metal, sorry. Andrew WK has offered to pay the speeding ticket for a fan who drove too fast while listening to his new song.
Fucking hell.
Well, that's dedication to your fans.
Yeah, he's a bit of a legend. Do you know, I've not heard anything bad about Andrew WK as a person. So.
No, neither have I.
Uh,
I know he used to do a lot of things with the Jackass people as well.
yeah. The tweets were like some man who I won't say their names said like someone's opening something. Said like
Nat with a bag of cookies.
oh you bastard. Tweeted casually driving down.
I am metal. I eat cookies.
They are the most metal of all the biscuits. This person tweeted they were casually driving down the M4 and the new single by Andrew WK come on the Radio 1 Rock Show. And now I have a speeding ticket, totally worth it. And Andrew WK, who was tagged in it, literally tweeted straight back, I'd like to pay this speeding ticket for you. I was responsible for the sonic party power that caused you to speed. I'll direct message you now to get your information. Please let me do this for you.
That's insane.
That's amazing.
He's a dude. What can I say? If I remember rightly, he used to front a death metal band.
Did he really?
That's where he's come from. He used to. I remember vaguely hearing that. I might be completely wrong on this, but I think he used to front a death metal band back in the 90s. But then that broke up, and he'd had enough of all the sort of writing dark overbearing stuff. And so, obviously, he started doing stuff like Party Hard, etc. It's probably part of the reason why he's got the obituary drummer as part of his band. So...
Right. Yeah.
I'll actually go have a look now. I'll see if I am right about that, because I'm wondering. Do this band. He was in a band called Slam, which was then called Reverse Polarity. So,
right.
Yeah. Now the news. Dino Cazares on possibility of a new Fear Factory album. I'm working on my solo record.
Oh.
Yeah. The past 2 years seem to have been a little murky for Fear Factory. In November 2016, the band said it would like to have a new album out by summer 2017. That never happened. Then, early 2017, rumours brewed of a classic era Fear Factory lineup reunion. That never happened. Then the band dropped off the Blackest of the Black tour in March last year. And the old bassist said that the band broke up and then retracted his statement. Which is fair enough, because he hadn't been in the band since 2008. So, you know.
Right.
Dino, when he's been asked about it, has said, I do not have any info on Fear Factory. I'm working on my solo record. And he just keeps saying, I'm working on a solo record. The confusing part here is around 2016, just after Genexus come out, Burton said they'd already written a new album, and the songs were even better than Genexus.
So where's that album?
Yeah. You know, so if it's written, why has it not been recorded? I don't know whether it's another thing of where...
It's up their bums.
It might well be. I mean, Burton might have just had enough of Dino for a while again, which is why Fear Factory broke up the first time. So, there is that possibility. Right. So there's nothing saying Fear Factory are over, just it might be another year or two till I get another album.
Yeah.
So unprofessional.
You listen to Five Finger Death Punch.
I know.
He's left the band. He's not left the band. I'm leaving the band. I'm not leaving the band.
I'm in
Yeah,
rehab. Oh dear.
I'm at. I know. Oh well.
It's like me and my indecisiveness. So...
Except you're not sure if you are indecisive.
Touche.
Ah, yes. Oh, At the Gates' new album is out in May and will be called To Drink from the Night Itself.
Who's that? Sorry.
At the Gates.
Okay.
So, something to look forward to this year, and hopefully no one else dying before then. Fuck's sake.
Stop dying, everyone.
Oh, look, if you have a need to just stop living, don't.
just stay alive.
Yeah, can you not?
Can you at least wait till 2019, you know? We've had bad enough 2018 as it is.
And it's only January.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's saying something.
Oh, I'm going to make you feel even older now.
Oh no.
19 classic metal albums celebrating their 20th anniversary in 2018.
Right.
Bear in mind, 1998, which would be 20 years ago, was the year I started college.
And I was 2.
I was 3.
Well, first up is Arch Enemy Stigmata, which was the last album with the last male vocalist they had.
Oh yeah, I forgot they had a male vocalist at first.
Yeah, that's because the stuff with him isn't that great, to be honest with you. Blind Guardian, Nightfall in Middle-earth.
Wow. Fucking hell, it's 20 years old.
Yep. Children of Bodom,
They
Something
released that
Wild.
last year, actually. What was that?
Children of Bodom, Something Wild.
Oh, bloody hell.
In my opinion, the best.
First album.
I think it was their first album, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because it was the album with Bodom Night, Dark Night, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Wait, Batman was there?
Yes.
So what was that? Batman? What? Hey, who? Hey,
Batman
who?
was there apparently.
He might have been. He might well
You
have
said
been.
Dark Knight.
Although saying that, in 1998, I think he'd just been in Batman and Robin.
Oh god.
So
Well, fuck.
Batman wasn't there.
Batman was avoiding puns, ice-based puns from Schwarzenegger.
God.
So yeah,
Jill.
sorry for reminding everyone that film exists. Also 20 years old this year is what I think is the best Cradle of Filth album, Cruelty and the Beast. Which,
That is a phenomenal album.
do you want to know how old that makes me feel? I remember my mate picking that up on the day of release
Bloody hell.
while I was at college, and he got the special edition that was in literally a crucifix,
That's pretty cool.
and I can't find it for
I
love
will
nor
say
money
with
now.
that- Bloody hell. I will say with that album, looking at the lyrics book and then listening to Danny Filth, I still get lost.
Yeah. Although if you want to get really lost with Cradle of Filth, the original recording of their first album, their first and second album, it's been mixed so badly that you cannot understand a fucking word.
Yeah.
It sounds like vocally it sounds like a slam death band. So
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
the final Death album, The Sound of Perseverance, was 1998.
Oh, bloody hell.
Considering they now have 9 or 10 albums, Fear Factory's third album, Obsolete, and
Right.
their first tour I saw them on. Bloody hell, didn't realise they'd been going this long. Godsmack's debut album.
Fucking hell.
What?
20 years old.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
Fuck.
That's the album with Voodoo on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Iced Earth, Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
And Natalie, you were free when Korn released their third album, For the Leader.
Ooh.
Which means Freak on a Leash has been played constantly on music channels for 20 years.
It is a good one.
The first few times, yes. But when it's Kerrang channel, yeah.
It's the only Korn song that Kerrang knows.
No, Adidas. They went through a period of playing Adidas as well.
Oh, did they? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
That's a good one.
Marilyn Manson's Mechanical Animals album, 20 years old.
Which songs does that go on it?
Dope Show, I Don't Like the Drugs, but the Drugs Like Me.
Oh, right, okay.
Metallica's Garage Inc. covers album.
Right.
Back when they still had Newsted, the only member of Metallica I've liked. Well, apart from Dave Mustaine, but, you know. I'll explain why I liked Jason Newsted. There's two reasons. And none of them are that he left. But the first one is that he literally kept trying to make them be a metal band again. Because at that point it had been load and reload. But the other reason I like them is he could have coasted his career out for the rest of his life making millions. But because Metallica were not being metal enough for him, he fucking left and made another band. And that takes some balls.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Monster Magnet, Power Trip, which if you've never heard that album, listen to that album. Fucking awesome album.
Yeah, I've not listened to that one.
Nile, Amongst the Catacombs of Neferuncar.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. Very first Queens of the Stone Age album.
I'm not a big fan of them, to be honest.
The only album you need is Songs for the Deaf, if I'm honest. Everyone's favourite Hillbilly Tramp, Rob Zombie's debut solo album, Hellbilly Deluxe.
God, 20 years ago.
Bloody hell.
Yep. Slayer, Diabolus in Musica, where the biggest song off it is a rip-off of Korn's Blind riff. Not even joking. Symphony in X, a band I've never listened to. Twilight in Olympus.
Fair enough. I've not got around to listen to that one.
That is some dodgy old cover art.
Yeah, old Symphony X cover art is dodgy.
Yeah, it's really bad Photoshop.
Yeah.
System of a Down album.
Fucking hell, 20 years old.
Yeah. They were there at the beginning of nu metal, weren't they? So, Dillinger's Escape Plan, Under the Running Board, which I think was their first album.
Yeah, I think it is.
I was trying to think what else was out in '98 that I would have been listening to. 21 Years Old is the first Limp Bizkit album.
Bloody hell.
And I think next year, White Pony by Deftones will be 20 years old.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm getting really old. It's not good. Oh, dear. No.
Well, Joe, it's safe to say you are a toy boy.
What?
Yes. Apparently, I'm your toy boy.
Okay. What made you say that?
Now, what made you say I'm Ronnie's toy boy?
Because you are much younger than him.
Okay.
Physically.
Mentally, I think we're about the same age.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Oh, yeah, that was it. Rush. Are basically done. They're over.
Oh, really?
Yep. Alex Lifeson, who I can't remember if it's the drummer or the guitarist, says Rush has no plans for a new album. Band is basically done.
Huh.
I've been at it for about 40 years or so.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, that's a review of Sign of the Dragon Head. We're actually catching up. Let's sort of go into another area quickly while I'm sort of looking through this. Going to a bit of wrestling news, as it were. There's been two significant things over the last couple of weeks. One would be Enzo, I'm a complete prick amore.
Yeah. He's more of a knob now than he ever was.
Has any of it been released, whether it was true or not, though?
There is that.
Basically, for those who don't know yet, Enzo Amore has been released by WWE amid allegations of drug use and what was it? Sexual
abuse.
Sexual abuse. That's it. Yeah. Now I knew he had a lot of heat backstage anyway. None of the other wrestlers actually liked him, to be honest. Which is part of the reason he got moved to 201 Live, because the wrestlers on the main show were on the verge of beating Seven Shades of shit out of him, from what I could tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he's been moved to 201 Live. Then this has happened, and the worst thing is, he would have been a good ambassador for 201 Live before this had come out. But he's also the current championship holder of the cruiserweights.
Oh yeah, because Neville walked out, didn't he?
Yeah, Neville had enough, but there's a possibility that's all a work. We'll see what happens with that. And the other thing, which is absolutely devastating, is Paige.
What's happening with Paige?
Oh, do you not know?
No, I haven't followed wrestling for a little while.
They done a house show. Sasha Banks done this sort of mule kick thing, so it was all planned, obviously. And Paige landed in such a way that she has such bad nerve damage from it, she may never be able to wrestle again.
Oh fuck! And she's only just come back.
I was about to say she's only just come back on the scene.
She's only 25 as well.
Oh shit!
She's not been medically cleared by WWE, and it doesn't look like she will be able to.
Oh fucking hell, poor girl.
Yeah, like literally. She's. I'm not saying any statements from her, but the video footage, it's on YouTube, and the way she lands and the way her neck snaps back off the floor, yeah, they literally stop the match. Because Sasha Banks crawls over to the corner, and like Paige starts crawling over, but she just looks at the ref, shakes her head, and the ref does the X thing to signal to backstage that something's wrong, and he stops the match.
Yeah.
And they come in, and yeah, you can tell she's not in a good place there.
Oh fucking hell.
But the other thing I'll say is that if people are having a go at like Sasha Banks for the move going wrong or whatever, don't. It's not her fault. You know, they'd rehearsed this. They're professionals. They know the risks. I'm sure Paige doesn't blame Sasha Banks. So, but apparently because of that, yeah, Sasha Banks is now getting major heat backstage.
Oh really? Fuck's sake.
But at the same time, I think Brock Lesnar has ended more than one person's career.
What's that, sorry?
I think Brock Lesnar's ended more than one person's career during WWE.
Yeah, I think he has.
Almost his
I wouldn't be
own.
surprised if he has.
Because I remember that moonsault that I've seen several clips of. Where he fucks it up. Where he does the moonsault off the post. And he fucks it up and lands on his face.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
I know, it's beautiful.
kind of amusing. Hang on. Oh, bloody hell. It might be the end of Satyricon.
How comes?
Because they've just announced their USA farewell tour dates.
Oh, fuck.
But let's see. it might just be the US that don't get them anymore. Because
That's odd.
yeah, satire says, as our US fans will have noticed, we haven't toured there in 9 years. Many reasons for that. I like America and I like Americans, but unfortunately, touring there has been a difficult chapter in the history of Satyricon, which probably translates to, in English, we can tour there, but every time we tour there, we don't make enough money to really continue living. I can't guarantee what the future holds, but we did not go on the last record, so I'm hoping that one final headlining tour could be a good way of sharing some electric musical moments with our US fans, whom we love just as much as all our other fans across the world.
Huh.
So I don't know if that's kind of possibly heading towards the end of Satyricon.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
It does still sound. Yeah, it does still sound like they are planning on splitting.
It's either that or they just don't make enough money from their US tours and their US sales to be able to afford to tour there anymore.
Yeah.
This metal band apologised for releasing a shirt with a big dick on it. The hell? Hang on. It's actually...
What band was it?
It's... Oh, God, I can see it now as well. It's a New Zealand band called Dark Divinity. It's actually like
Yeah.
a priest or a nun in robes, but the way she's got her arms and the way she stood and the way the cloak is going out, if you draw around it, yes, it looks like a massive cock.
Oh no.
Hang on. I will send it over to Joe now, and we will see if I can. Oh, I can't get it. It's not letting me do it. Hang on, I'll send you the link so you can look it up on your phone.
Okay.
Right, there you go. You might not hear. Dear. I was not expecting to see that headline.
Waiting for it to load now.
Oh,
Load faster, you piece of shit. I need to see this.
oh. I didn't know that was happening. While that's loading for you, the drummer of Life of Agony is gone. Apparently he left back in December. They've got a new drummer called Veronica Bellino.
Oh, okay.
So that's 2 women in Life of Agony now. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yes. It's loaded.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Kerry King promises to continue making music after Slayer's farewell tour. Not sure how I feel about that.
Interesting.
Because
Same.
it'll just sound like Slayer, but with someone else singing over the top.
Pretty much.
And I'm not sure who could fit that.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see this. Fear Factory frontman's other band, Essentially the Watchers, have just finished a new album.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, if you haven't heard Essentially the Watchers, don't expect heaviness. It's their first album, well, their only album at the moment, was very, very, how can I put it, The Cure influenced.
Right.
And they done a cover of Sound of Silence 6 years before Disturbed.
Fair enough.
So, you know, yeah, it's interesting. I think he's playing it to Jace Lewis. Which is interesting in the video there.
What's that, sorry?
Don't worry, Jace Lewis is really good Welsh kind of industrial cyber metal person who I recommend everyone check
Oh,
out.
fair enough.
He was recently supporting Gary Numeroy's UK tour.
Right, fair enough.
He's also a top bloke because I interviewed him, and before he even said hello, he actually pointed at me and my Fear Factory shirt that I was wearing at the time, and just went, "Dude, that's an awesome album." From that point on, I was just like, "Yep, this interview's gonna go well." So, oh dear. Rob Zombie rumoured to be shooting The Devil's Rejects 2, Free from Hell in March.
I've not even watched Devil Rejects 1.
Ah, it's a good film. It's a very good film.
Do you ever watch it, Swids?
Yeah, I've seen it. I think once or twice before. It wasn't bad.
It's not a horror film as such. It's a how can I put it? It's a road movie.
Yeah.
So, Killswitch Engage frontman has got a new punk band called The Weapon.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What's going on with there? Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I've got to have a look at this now. So, what's the sort of theatrical black metal band that's been missing for 8 years?
If it's not Doom and Borgia, then I'm not too sure.
It is Dimmu Borgir.
Yeah.
They've officially announced
They're releasing an album, isn't they?
Yeah, their new album, Eonian, May the 4th.
Oh, it's actually got a date now, is it?
Yep. Indeed,
okay.
they have. What's it been released on?
So I remember they released a live album last year.
The lead single is out on the February 23rd. And I hope it's better than Abrahadabra, because that album was a bit wank.
Just a tad.
Yes. Oh, God. You know how we said, like, one member of Tool later was saying that the album's almost done?
Yeah.
Maynard's now turned around and said that was horseshit and won't make a comment on the new album.
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay, they're turning it into Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
You enjoying your cookies back there, Natalie?
Yep.
Oh dear. See, is there anything else interesting happened recently? Behemoth's frontman is narrating a new game called Apocalypsis: Harry at the End of the World.
Fair enough.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. Right. When he says a game, is it a board game or was it a... Oh. No, it's like an indie thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Ah, dear. Right. Oh, that would be why I didn't hear about that new Ministry song with Bouncy Bell. It's because it was only announced today.
Ah, right.
Oh, dear. Oh, God, they've got a caption contest on Metal Injection with Abath in it.
Oh, really?
Abath is a living meme, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I mean, he's still... I still think the best photo shoot is one of I've got to say one... what's the best photo shoot? Any photo shoot with Abath, to be fair.
Any interview with him is amazing, especially the one where he's asked how does it make you feel to be on stage with the band playing. He just says immortal and then just looks at the camera and smirks. And you're like, for fuck's sake. So, oh, that's what we can end on. That is what we can end on. Because there's a big event happening on Sunday.
There is?
Yes, if I said WWE event.
We haven't really been keeping up with WWE, sadly.
It's the Royal Rumble.
Oh, shit, yes it is, isn't it?
Yep, it's on Sunday.
Okay.
Ah, bollocks. We might have to reactivate our subscription.
Before you do that, check your emails because I'm currently on a 3-month free trial they sent me.
Oh, okay.
They sent me that back in December, and they sent me another one a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago for a month trial. Literally, if you've already paid
Right,
for it
fair enough.
before, you get sent loads of free trials with WWE Network for some reason. So I've been using them.
Yeah.
But let's have a look. Let's see what the actual.
I know it's got the women's Royal Rumble as well for the first time.
It
hasn't
has,
Can't
which
wait for that.
Paige was meant to be part of.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the card up. Oh God. Oh, there was supposed to be an Enzo Amore match. That's been cancelled.
Huh? Huh?
Right, hang on. Why can't I not find the bloody card? It's got to be about a 4-hour event, and it's WWE.
Oh, yeah. Pardon you.
Pardon me.
Why can I not bloody find it? Oh, matches. There we go. I think they've got 1 or 2 NXT matches happening as well.
Oh, really? That'd be interesting.
We'll have a look. Right. The matches are. Well, there'll be a cruiserweight match, but it's obviously not going to be Enzo Amore. I don't think it will be anyway. You've got the tag team championship is going to be the Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Chad Gable and who, sorry?
Shelton Benjamin.
How can we help?
Who's
I'm
that?
having a sleepover. Give me loads.
Shelton Benjamin.
Here's 200.
He's the. Gotta say this in the most. In the least sort of. I don't know how to say this without it sounding vaguely racist, but he's been in them for a while. He's the really short-haired, built like brick shithouse black dude.
Oh, right, okay.
I believe that's him. I don't know who Chad Gable is, if I'm honest.
He was part of, forgotten the name of the tag team now, from NXT.
Oh, right, okay.
Shit, I forgot the name of the tag team now. I've lost it.
No idea. But who do you reckon's going to win that?
He was in a tag team with Jason Jordan.
I don't know. I know the name, but I can't think of who it is.
American Alpha, that's it.
Oh, right, okay. But yeah, that's the first match. Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, who don't even get their own tag team name.
Yeah.
So, who do you reckon's going to win that?
I'm going to say Usos on that one.
Well, because they actually get their name.
Yeah.
Natalie?
I'd probably have to say Usos as well.
You alright there? You having problems with your throat?
Yee.
You a wee bit thirsty.
I don't know, my throat's just like, I'm gonna give up now. Nah.
Fair enough.
So thanks, throat.
Next, you've got the Raw Tag Team Championship, which is Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan. Who I think Jason
Ooh.
is Jason Jordan the one that's was for a while they were saying it was Kurt Angle's son.
Yeah.
It's them versus the Bar, which is Sheamus and Cesaro.
Has the Shield just been disbanded again then?
I'm guessing so. I've not caught up, to be honest with you. I'm still making my way through stuff from last year. So
Fair enough. Don't know who to give that to.
See, if he wasn't with Sheamus, I'd say Cesaro with anyone else would probably be the winner. But because he's with Sheamus,
Yeah.
I have to agree.
I'll probably go Seth
I
Rollins.
reckon. Yeah. Probably go
Yeah.
Seth Rollins. I usually give him the title anyway.
Yeah, he's good with it though. He is good with it.
He is.
Then you got the WWE Championship, which is AJ Styles in a handicap match against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Oh, that sounds good. I'd also one I didn't know they were friends again.
It might have happened in like episodes you've not caught up with yet.
Yeah.
It was a match
I might
made.
give that one to AJ Styles and predict that another feud between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will start again.
Yeah.
Possibly, because it was a match made by General Manager Daniel Bryan.
Right.
So, although there's rumours that Daniel Bryan might be back in the ring this year.
They said that last year though.
Yeah.
It's like the Tour album.
But he has actually been wrestling further afield and all that. So.
Right. Fair enough.
Then you got the Universal Championship, which is a freeway.
Right. Yeah.
Which is every big man they could get together by the looks of it. Brock Lesnar, who's the current champion, versus Braun Strowman versus Kane.
Bloody hell.
Kane's gone back to wearing the mask, by the way.
Good.
And this is probably his final run, because let's face it, Kane's getting on now.
Yeah, he's been wrestling for how many years now?
Oh, well, he came in during...
God.
What? This is the Ruthless Aggression era, so he probably came in during the Attitude era, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So, yeah. And most of those guys aren't wrestling anymore.
True. I reckon Strowman could come on top of that one.
It'd be nice to see him come on, because he's really
Yeah.
become good. Really become good. But it will depend on whether Brock Lesnar's about to bug off to UFC again or not.
Yeah, there is that.
But then there's the other factor of if this is Kane's last run, they might want to give him a belt to go out on.
True.
So, yeah. Then you've got the Women's Royal Rumble. And the ones that are definitely in it, Asuka,
Nice.
Ruby Riott, who I'm surprised got put up to the main thing.
That was quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And she was alright in NXT, but I didn't think she was better than bloody Ember Moon or anyone. Ember Moon's still in NXT.
Fucking hell, really? Then
Yeah.
again, NXT needs a face.
I suppose. Liv Morgan, who I can't think who that is.
No, I have no idea.
Sarah Logan.
Who?
Sarah Logan.
Don't know, I have a clue who that is either.
Those two might have been part of the group with Paige, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the Riot Group.
Yeah. Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that was an obvious one.
Nia Jax.
Okay, cool.
Bailey, who
Yeah.
hasn't been on screen for a while. Naomi.
Bailey was out with an injury.
Oh, fair enough. Naomi.
Yeah.
Natalia.
Yeah.
Natalia's the Heart Commission, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sonya Deville.
Who?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Sonya Deville. Mandy Rose. Again, I'm not sure who that is. Mickey James.
Who's that?
Mickey James has been going for years. She's the one who went from WWE, went to TNA for a while, then come back to WWE. She's pretty much a
right.
veteran.
I know who you mean.
Yeah,
now.
the one who's also a country singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tamina Snuka.
Yeah.
Lana, which is Thingy's other half, wasn't she? Rusev.
Rusev's wife.
Not Lana.
Yeah. Somehow she's wrestling now.
You're
Shit.
You're saying not Lana, they've got Carmella in it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Good point.
Carmella is the one who was with No Chin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Becky Lynch, which I'm very happy to see, so that I can perv.
Good.
Dana Brooke. And
I forgot she even exists.
she might have been out with an injury. Alicia Fox, who I've never seen wrestle, but all I've seen is people complain about how she can't wrestle. So,
Yeah.
but that's only 18 of them. So, because it's a Royal Rumble, there's probably going to be debuts by people.
Yeah, and they have a few surprise ones here, sprinkled here and there, which I reckon one of their quote-unquote surprises will be Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte always appears.
I'm quite surprised Charlotte's not in it at the beginning, in all honesty.
Yeah, true.
She has been worried about her dad, though, because he's been ill.
I think he's through that now, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's out of hospital.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I think I'm going to, off the bat, I think root for either Nia, Sasha, or Becky.
I don't know if Sasha hadn't put Paige out of action, I would have said Sasha, but now I don't think they'll give her it.
Yeah.
But I'll be with you on Nia, because they might be going with, because it's Royal Rumble, might be going along the same route as with the Andre the Giant thing, where he won the first one.
Yeah.
So, and I'd like to see Nia win it, because it'd be better than the usual thing of whoever's the best looking.
Yeah, true.
So,
Plus, also, Nia's got a lot of power, like, behind her, because she's very strong.
yeah, she has, but they need to change what she wears. Just taking the piss.
Yeah, it's not very flattering.
No, it really isn't. And I've seen her modelling pictures, and her body does not look like that. She looks a lot better than that.
Yeah, I've seen them as well, because I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah. I'm surprised she didn't turn around to him when they said, look, you'll wear this, and went, fuck off.
She should have been like, I'd rather wrestle in my underwear.
Yeah, I'll be alright with that, but then again, we've been going back to the Divas thing, so, you know.
True.
I'd like to see Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, or, because she's had a tough 2017, Bayley.
Yeah.
Because they
It
didn't
would
know.
be nice for Bailey to
Yeah,
win, wouldn't it?
Yeah, she
They-
hasn't.
She was out with that shoulder injury, wasn't she?
There's that,
Yeah.
and they really fucked around with her character in 2017. Really fucked it
Yeah,
up.
once she got bumped up to main roster from NXT, they fucked her over.
Yeah.
Ah.
Although I've got a funny feeling it might be Asuka wins it.
Yeah, they might.
But I don't know.
Sure again.
I've not got to the point of where she's joined WWE in the episodes I'm up to. So I don't know if they're continuing her undefeated streak.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But as for who could turn up, what's her name? There's the Japanese one, the Japanese looking girl who used to be in it and then went to TNA.
Oh, I'm trying to think of her name now.
Yeah, she was really good wrestler as well, so TNA didn't deserve her.
Pretty much, yeah.
What's her bloody name? I'm gonna have to find her bloody name. I mean, who I would like to see come to WWE, although I don't think she's wrestling anymore, although whether that will change, I don't know. Velvet Sky.
Who's that?
She was in TNA. She'd never been in WWE.
Right, fair enough.
But she is a pretty good wrestler, and she's... Knowing that Vince is a massive perv, she's probably exactly the kind of person he'd want. So...
Yeah.
Although, whether... I don't know if Vince has anything to do with it anymore, because he's restarted XFL.
Oh, really?
Yep. Because he's apparently going to spend his time on XFL and let Triple H and Stephanie run WWE now.
Oh, bloody hell.
Which
Fair enough.
might mean WWE gets really good again, because everything that Triple H books tends to actually be good, because he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I have noticed that.
no,
I think Triple H was actually helping the Shield at one point.
he probably
Yeah,
has
he
been.
was.
Yeah. Is your bloody name, woman?
Natalie.
Gail Kim.
That's it.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Be nice to see her come back. Velvet Sky. I'm hoping this Rumble is where we get Ember Moon.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just surprised she's not been moved up at all. Because when they took Asuka, I thought,
She
right,
might be.
you know,
She might be one of the surprises.
Hopefully.
I'm hoping because they seem to have taken Ruby Riott before Ember Moon.
Yeah.
And Ruby
Yeah, I
Riott
think
was
they're leaving
only...
it as a bit of a showstopper.
Maybe, because Ruby Riott was only on NXT for must have been about 3 months.
Yeah.
So, although people were saying about getting bloody surname, she's one of the 2 Australian New Zealand girls.
Right.
I can't remember the name. Because you know that they come in and they do that stupid thing where they're pointing at each other in the middle of the ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's calling for one of them to go up, and I'm thinking, why? They're shit.
They are shit.
But people want one of them to go up to the main roster. I don't know why.
Maybe they just want to see them get absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see like Nia Jax get her hands on them. Because
Oh,
they really
that's
can't.
beautiful.
Well, they can wrestle, but they're nowhere near as good as everyone else.
No.
Ruby Riott annihilated them in a match. So,
Yeah.
so I think who else could turn up? Because I don't know. I wonder if Lita might come back.
Yeah, that's true.
She's still doing stuff
think
with
about
WWE.
Yeah. She used to do the pre-show.
Yeah. And the fact that you said used to sounds to me like she might have gone off to train to come back.
No, I think pre-show got, or at least the SmackDown and Raw pre-shows got canned.
Oh right, yeah, but she was still doing the pre-show for WrestleMania and that.
Yeah, she still does the pre-show for like the pay-per-views.
Yeah, so I wonder if she'll come back.
She might do.
And maybe
Not
for
too sure though.
maybe for a possible one-on-one with Nia Jax, is it the Great Kong?
Oh right, yeah.
What if she come back?
Yeah.
Because her against Nia Jax. Because then you got 2 monsters in the ring, as it were.
Yeah.
So, and then on to the men's Royal Rumble. Oh, there's. So I'm just looking, and there seems to be a name missing that I'm surprised isn't in it. John Cena, because of fucking course.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Finn Balor.
Surprise, surprise.
Wait, normal or demon?
It's a pay-per-view, probably Demon.
Yeah, I'd imagine it'll be Demon. Although saying that, they only get about 30 seconds to walk down to the ring.
And his entrance... I mean, either of his entrances take about a year.
Yeah, so unless he runs down to the ring and then starts crawling on the outside of the ring as the Demon before getting in, we'll see. The most boring man in wrestling, Randy Orton.
Right.
Shinsuke.
Good.
Shinsuke's actually is being seen as a possible favourite to win it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
That's good.
Elias, who
Yeah.
I'm surprised is
He
still
needs
going.
another push.
Bloody Elias.
Why?
I don't know, is he... I've not actually seen him wrestle a single match.
No, neither. All I've seen is him on his bloody guitar.
Yeah. That's literally it. I didn't even know he was a
That's
wrestler.
surprise.
No, either that, I thought it was just a random person who just turns up.
Maybe that's the surprise thing for the men's show.
Maybe.
Don't know. Baron Corbin,
Okay, cool.
who I thought WWE were trying to get rid of, but Matt Hardy,
Way.
which means the entire crowd,
Nice.
they'll have to keep shifting away to stop saying that they're doing the delete thing. Bray Wyatt,
Nice.
Aidan English.
Right. Okay.
I don't know who that is. I'm trying to think. Is he? Is
He's
he?
one of the Vaughn villains.
Oh, is he the one with the umbrella?
Yes.
He's not gonna last.
No, he's not.
Just a funny feeling. It'll be one that lasts like a minute.
Yeah.
Sadly.
They like to use the Ford villains as a fodder.
Yeah. Rusev.
Right. Fair enough.
Titus O'Neil.
Okay.
And Apollo
I
Crews.
forgot he wrestles. I forgot he still wrestles as well.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't.
surprised they didn't push for Roman Reigns.
Oh, he'll probably.
He'll come out.
No, he won't.
He'll show up.
He's been busted for a drug violation.
Another one.
Yes.
Oh shit.
What?
Roman Reigns been busted for another drug violation.
Oh god.
Hey, I'll try and find the thing. It was about a week or so ago.
That's
Just-
probably why the Shield crumbles.
Possibly. Oh no, he might be on it because apparently he was on the Raw 25th anniversary.
Oh.
So, but I'd heard that what's his name? Yeah, he got linked to a week ago. He got linked to a $10 million steroid ring.
Wow.
He got named.
Shit.
Got named as an alleged client of a jailed steroid distributor.
Wow.
So that 25 might have been, like 25th anniversary, might have been the last one you see him on for a while.
Yeah.
In fact, the only member of the Shield currently definitely on WWE is Seth Rollins.
Right.
What happened to Dean Ambrose?
Injured.
Oh, is he?
Yep. He's out until
I didn't know that.
July or October or something like that.
No, bloody hell.
Shit.
Most of WWE's roster is currently out to injury.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Although something I forgot to say with the Women's Royal Rumble, that was a big rumour. Ronda Rousey.
Really?
Yep.
Jesus.
She's been training.
So
She's been at the Performance Centre. Training.
Oh, okay. So I know she's appeared at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
didn't really wrestle.
Yeah,
But if they got to pull the trigger on her,
that's interesting.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be better than AJ Styles' entrance, where, we get to see Roman Reigns' confused face.
Oh God. I haven't shown you that one yet, have I?
That
No.
I'll
That
have
was
to show you
amazing.
later on.
I
I've got it
think
on
they've-
I've got it on DVD.
Oh, I wonder if they've edited it on the DVD, because I think they edited it on the network. So it shows the right camera.
Oh, they didn't. They didn't edit it on the DVD.
Oh, didn't they? Yeah, literally, Natalie, all
No.
you get, while it's saying I am on the big screen, before anyone knew AJ Styles was coming in, it's literally Roman Reigns in the ring by himself, and just the camera lingers on him with this really derpy look on his face, where he's looking at the screen.
That doesn't surprise me, in all honesty.
And then they finally got the right camera, and just before AJ Styles comes on, it says phenomenal, and the crowd just goes fucking mental. So... But yeah, it kind of ruined the entrance a bit. Also,
Just a smidge.
if you're wondering why Jeff Hardy's not been named, he's out to injury as well.
Oh, bloody hell.
In all honesty, I'm surprised Jeff Hardy's not had more injuries the way he wrestles.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So, as for surprise entrance, Stone Cold maybe.
Possibly. I mean,
Um,
I think he said himself though he's got no interest in coming back.
no, oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
What about Big Cass?
Injury.
Bloody hell.
Oh, he's been
Uh,
injured
Big
for a
Show
while.
Retired, didn't he?
He's not retired, but he's out for injury, and his contract ends in May.
Right.
So,
So he might as well be retired.
it was rumoured that this would be his last run anyway, so he might just not come back.
I'm really glad they didn't put the Miz in. Although I'd love to see that little shithead get destroyed.
He might not have been announced, but it doesn't mean he won't turn up.
Yeah, they don't announce all the people who are coming in.
I'm just hoping he gets annihilated because he's such a cocky git.
But that's his
So
character.
is Randy Orton, the way he poses, just.
Yeah, Randy
I
Orton
wanna
gets on my
goddess.
tits,
It's
but
like,
the Miz,
someone slap him around the face now.
the Miz, it's his character, and he plays it well. So
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong on this, but I've got a really bad feeling they might, because WWE is stupid and think all the racist comments thing has died down, maybe bring Hogan back.
I am worried about that as well.
It's been rumoured that WWE are looking to maybe bring him back, more for the pop than anything else. But
Yeah,
really,
but they really shouldn't.
fucking Hogan. If Hogan comes back, that's your winner,
Yeah,
because he don't job to anyone. So,
yeah.
you know,
And then we get to hit them, and then we'll all have a massive headache as he's screaming "brother" on the microphone again.
I've just thought of someone who might come back, considering he's just got film out and could use it as promotion. The Rock.
What's that?
Oh
Yeah.
no, I don't want him back.
He might come back because he's just done. Welcome to Jumanji's come out.
Yeah, so he might appear.
Yeah, he might just be an announcer or
I
something,
hate
though.
his character.
Do you?
Yeah, I hate his character.
He's also got the worst finishing move in the world.
He has.
Just the
He's got
fucking
the
elbow
worst
drop.
speaking in the world.
Um,
The way he speaks, it's like as if his brain needs to take 5 minutes to process one word.
yeah, but I get like that doing my
God,
radio
get
show.
off.
In all honesty.
Seriously,
Um,
it just annoys me.
I'm trying to think who else might. I wonder if they'll bring anyone in who's maybe left TNA.
I've not paid attention to TNA for God knows how
Nor
long.
have
What
I,
about the
but
New Day?
yes, but there is nothing of
someone
New Day. Is
Someone
there?
someone from the New Day might show up. Might be in it.
I'm hoping it might be who's the guy that's really quick on his feet?
Kofi.
That's it, Kofi. Kofi would be pretty good.
It has to be,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Because he's got to do his typical "I didn't touch the floor" thing. Yeah, Kofi has to turn up. You are right.
But Xavier's a bit shit.
Xavier's good, to be honest. They just don't use him enough.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm surprised the New Day is still together.
Yeah, I am as well.
Trying to think who else might turn up. Oh, because he come back at Raw 25, The Undertaker.
He's
Yeah.
come back, has he?
He come back at Raw 25th anniversary.
That was a long retirement.
Mm.
We all knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Let's face it, The Undertaker
Doesn't die.
He's intense.
Yeah.
He is, and to be honest with you, he probably won't be doing that many appearances because he is retired. It'll just be big events.
Yeah.
I
He'll,
reckon.
he'll show up at WrestleMania. Let's face it.
Let's face it. At the moment, until they can calm his, until they,
Undertaker and Bray Wyatt's happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 31.
yeah, it was back when
I've
they
got
was.
on DVD.
It was back when they were actually treating Bray
First
Wyatt
WrestleMania
right.
you watched.
I'm talking cage match.
Oh, cage match.
Ah,
Can you imagine them in a cage match? Or who was it? Dean Ambrose's version of the cage match, like
Oh, Dean
with
Ambrose.
with the little plant pot or something, and all the little dangling weapons.
Yeah, during Extreme Rules 2016.
oh,
Yeah, can you imagine? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
what with the Undertaker?
No, he didn't. He didn't do it with the Undertaker. It was Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho.
Oh, fair enough. That's
yeah.
the point. I wonder
I
if,
wish it had been The Undertaker.
wonder if Jericho will turn up.
I think Fozzy is still touring.
Yeah, they well, I don't know if they're touring, but he might turn up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think who else might turn up. I mean, yeah, Undertaker. I don't know whether he should wrestle anymore, personally.
He's got on quite a bit.
Yeah, and the last two, like, the match where he lost the streak and then his final match, both weren't that great.
It doesn't help that his final match was with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Nah. But on the plus side, at least Roman Reigns didn't destroy his streak.
True.
And I will give it to Roman Reigns. He's improved as a wrestler. Really has improved as a wrestler. But also, he didn't soak up the glory. He literally got out that ring straight away and let The Undertaker have his moment with the crowd.
Yeah, true.
Because he could have been a right prick. But he didn't. He just went... As soon as it went win, he put his arms up, went, yeah, won, and then fucked off.
Yeah.
So, he knew it was The Undertaker's moment. So, fair play to him for that. But there's no way in hell that they're ever going to be able to make people like Roman Reigns properly.
No.
So, Samoa Joe's out as well.
Oh, really?
Injury.
Fucking, so many people are out.
NXT, Drew McIntyre's out with a bicep injury.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell. Someone's out with a torn ACL, and I can't remember who it was. That might be Dean Ambrose, actually.
Right.
Christ. I've got a bad feeling Tommy Dreamer might turn up.
Hmm.
Who was It was a really old match. Who was the guy that pissed off McMahon?
That's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Do you reckon he'd come back?
He has said he's not interested in coming back to do wrestling.
Is it because of McMahon?
I don't know. He's just. I think he said his wrestling chapter's done.
Yeah, but then again,
He does a radio show now.
then again, we all thought that about what's his bloody name? I've forgotten his name now. Baldy McAmerican.
Oh, Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I'm glad you knew who I meant. And I mean, he went to TNA and come back, and he's been welcomed with open arms and given some really good stories.
Yeah, true.
And he had said several times, "I'm not fucking going back to WWE."
Yeah, there is that.
Not only that, considering the amount of neck injuries he's had, where he's broke his neck 3 times, I think it is. He was wrestling last week on WWE 25.
Wow.
He became part of the Shield.
Oh, did you really?
Yep. Because Dean
fair
Ambrose is out.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, he's Kurt Angle's part of the Shield, and Kurt Angle
wondered who that was.
Kurt Angle seems a lot more likeable now than he did in TNA. I didn't like him in TNA.
Yeah.
So yeah. Talking of TNA, I did get shown some wrestlers. TNA's got some good ones still.
Really?
It's absolutely no one I remember is on there anymore. But also quickly for Women's Royal Rumble, Nikki Cross.
Okay, fair enough.
I reckon Nikki Cross and Ember Moon. So
Yeah.
yeah, as I was saying, yeah, there's they've got some proper kind of creepy goth woman as a wrestler right now on TNA.
Right.
Who's actually a good wrestler. I can't remember her name now for the life of me. But she comes on to Marilyn Manson's The Nobodies.
Right.
And yeah, my mate showed me her. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see her.
Yeah.
Although
What's TNA like these days, or whatever they're calling it?
I don't know, I didn't watch a full show, I just saw this one match with this person. So
Right. Fair enough.
They've gone back to the 8-sided ring, I think.
Right.
But the wrestling I saw for the women's stuff, it's a lot better than when I was originally watching it.
Yeah.
But when I was originally watching it, every week was literally, for a good 6 or 7 months, it was, here's a match between Bobby Roode and the Cowboy. Here's the Cowboy versus Bobby Roode. Now here's some of Aces and Eights. Fuck's sake.
Right, fair enough.
So yeah, I was a bit. I think that's why I quit TNA, because I got really sick of seeing Bobby Roode and the Cowboy, James Storm. Never know, James Storm might turn up.
You might do.
Because he's been in WWE before for a month,
Yeah.
and then he left. I don't know why he left.
Right.
So, although saying that, do I really want to see Bobby Roode against James Storm again, but on WWE now?
Yeah, try just maybe not.
Yeah. Although Bobby Roode's not been mentioned in the Royal Rumble.
True.
She's a bit.
I reckon he'll appear.
I hope so. And then I'll just get a text from you going, "You bastard."
I have now got Glorious stuck in my head.
Yeah, I have as well. Oh dear. Trying to think if there's anyone like possibly really obvious we've missed out of possible Royal Rumble entrance.
Everyone we seem to mention seems to be out for bloody injury.
Yeah, there is that. Sort of thing. Really, really hoping I'm wrong on a Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope he doesn't turn up.
R-Truth is out for injury as well at the moment. Still.
I haven't seen him for bloody ages.
Yeah, he was out on injury and then he's gone on he's taken his holiday time as well. And there's rumours that he's just gonna quit, retire, and continue with his music career, which I didn't even know he had one.
Neither did I.
So, I was gonna say Yokozuna, but one, Yokozuna would be about 70 years old, and two, he's dead. So,
The ghost of him? It'll be a hologram.
Oh God, fucking holograms. Maybe Shawn Michaels?
Yeah, that's a possible one.
But I don't think he's not wrestled properly for a while. Last thing I saw him do was dress up as the Colonel Sanders from KFC.
Yeah, that was a weird promotion.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
Because when he come down, I thought, oh, they're not doing Colonel Sanders fights another wrestler as a match, as a promotion thing, are they?
And, yep, they did.
No, they didn't. I don't think he actually fought anyone.
Oh, did he not?
No, he just pranced about the ring for about 5 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah.
So even Shawn Michaels had some level of self-preservation.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Maybe the Gobbledygook will come back.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Or Taz.
Oh, God, no.
You said that. Taz was actually alright in TNA.
I didn't see Taz in TNA.
Yeah, I've just realised I said that. He didn't actually wrestle, he was a commentator.
Right. Fair enough.
There's also strange rumours that Eva Rose might come back for the Rumble. Is it Eva Rose? I don't know. The one who's always dressed in red and was really bad at wrestling.
Oh, God, her.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Yeah, there's a possibility that might come back. I started watching again after she'd gone, so I missed it.
Count yourself lucky.
Was she really that bad?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Oh no, I was going to say the woman about the glow, but no, Naomi's on the Royal Rumble thing. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of her, to be honest with you.
Who, sorry?
Naomi.
I quite like Naomi.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's the one that glows, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like her.
With one of her moves is just shoving her ass in your face.
Oh, I could live with that. Right, oh no,
Yeah, I quite like Naomi.
yeah, that's still a bit.
Fair enough.
Oh, hang on. Well, the odds are saying that Ronda Rousey's gonna be the winner of the women's Rumble when she's
Right.
not even been officially announced.
That's interesting.
Also, it appears that some people still believe Paige will have a surprise involvement. I very fucking much doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, she might turn up, but I don't think she'll be wrestling.
No, not at all.
At least I'd hope not. Don't want her to get worse, poor woman.
Yeah.
Predictions. Well, one of the rumours is Daniel Bryan's going to make his in-ring return at Royal Rumble.
That'd be pretty good, to be fair.
Hmm. Oh, also tomorrow night is NXT Takeover.
Oh, was it really?
Yep.
No, fair enough.
Which has got Andrade Cien Almas, who's the current NXT champion, defending it against Johnny Gargano.
Fair enough.
Ember Moon defending against Shayna Baszler, who I have no idea who that is.
No, I don't have a clue.
The Undisputed Era, no idea who that is, defending their tag team champion against the Authors of Pain.
Fair enough.
And Aleister Black versus Adam Cole in Extreme Rules.
Right.
So what's happened to the Velveteen Dream, I wonder? Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That did.
Sorry.
That was a really messy looking sneeze.
Sorry, guys.
That-
I didn't blow anyone's eardrums out.
That did honestly scare the shit up about me, you know.
Oh dear.
Bad news. Bad news, Nat. Miz is confirmed for the Royal Rumble.
I hope he gets crushed.
Along with Ty Dillinger. Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. A New Day are there.
Yeah.
And if it ends with all three of them in the ring by themselves, well.
Yeah.
So yes, oh dear.
I can smell that sneeze.
Sorry.
What? Hey?
That sneeze has a scent to it. It was a really powerful sneeze. I can smell.
It did feel like a mini explosion in my brain and sinuses. So
It
yes,
sounded
Joe.
like a mini explosion from your brain and sinuses.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's talk that Daniel Bryan might enter and win the Royal Rumble.
Fair enough. Which means we'll hear nothing but yes all across the world.
Possibly. They also note that Summer Rae was talked about. Oh no, it's to do with 205 Live General Manager.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, Austin Aries, what you doing?
What's he done now?
I think he's gone back to Impact Wrestling.
Oh.
Because it says it's
Oh,
noted
no.
that Impact Wrestling is planning to focus on 6 to 8 top guys like Brian Cage, Austin Aries, and Matt Sydal, among others. He's gone back to TNA.
Oh God.
I don't even know. Well, I do know why he left WWE. He was sick of them not treating his character right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There's speculation that Stephanie McMahon's going to be on commentary.
Interesting.
and it will lead to a swerve where she joins the match, which would then confirm the Ronda Rousey thing
Yeah.
to continue the WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. If
No,
she's
neither do
gonna, if Steph McMahon is gonna join the match, I hope she has a very, very strong chest area on her wrestling costume.
Yeah.
Although, who knows what size they will be by WrestleMania? Not WrestleMania, by the end of the weekend. So, oh dear. Well, that is pretty much it for the podcast. We've actually covered pretty much everything. So, any final things you want to speak about? Like stuff you got coming up, stuff you're doing, blah, blah.
I will start streaming on Twitch at some point, which I was supposed to start this week. I've been feeling quite ill because I've started a new medication. But next week.
Oh yes, sorry, there is one more thing we have to speak about. As why people might be wondering why they're not seeing adverts on my videos anymore. Basically, if you haven't heard, YouTube have turned into a big old crock of bullshit and have made it so that if you're a channel that does not have at least 1,000 subscribers and hasn't had their videos viewed for over 4,000 hours over the last 12 months, you're not allowed to monetize your videos anymore. So with that,
bullshit.
it is bullshit. Yeah. So with that being said, if you would like to support me in this channel, the Patreon address, which is on screen now, feel free to get that link. Feel free to support me. Anything you put into the Patreon, thank you very much. It will go back to running the station, getting me 2 bigger interviews, etc., and hopefully improving some of my videos because I've really got to try and improve some of it. I've got to improve my camera as well. So if you do become a patron, massive thanks. Also, I want to say a massive thank you to Benedict for being a patron, and he has been a patron for a few months now. So massive thanks to him. But yes, we will round this off. So, what are you up to this coming weeks, Nat?
Well, we're going to a friend's engagement party tomorrow night.
Right.
Other than that, really, I'm thinking about selling my Xbox One and all my games. So.
Nah.
I was about to say, I'm waiting for your rebuttal.
My rebuttal is very simply that everyone I know who bought an Xbox One and a PS4 like myself has basically left the PS4 not doing much for several months.
See, we've done the opposite. We've left my Xbox One alone because we've been using like the PlayStation 3. But we are thinking about getting a PlayStation 4.
Because I want the new Monster Hunter game.
And there are quite a few games on the PlayStation 4 I like, so.
The new Monster Hunter game that is on the Xbox One.
Yeah, but that's selling her Xbox One. Plus, there was a little issue with the power box on the Xbox One.
Being?
It went pop.
Right. So how are you going to sell it?
We'll come to that.
Because no one's going to want an Xbox One that they can't turn on.
Oh no, it
still
still
works.
turns on. It just made a random sound. I thought someone picked it up and dropped it on the floor or something.
We have used it since then and it works.
I won't worry about it then. It might have just been dust on the thing.
Probably,
When it's
Yeah.
heating up, so
That's what I thought at the time.
probably not damn it. If it's not done it again since, then yeah, it's probably
hasn't.
dust. So I won't worry about it too much. See, when you said it went pop, I thought you meant like the power box has exploded.
Oh no.
I don't think it has.
Do you want
Well-
to go check, Joe?
I was gonna say if you can't turn it on, then yeah.
No, it still works perfectly fine. It just we was cautious of it for a little while and then now it works. It's perfectly fine.
I'll get back on it then, you know. Oh, dear.
Nice try.
The only other issue you'll have with the PS4 is you're going to be waiting probably a whole day before you can use it.
Because of all the updates.
Yep. PS4
Yeah.
updates like a bitch. It's literally every month. I've turned mine on for the first time yesterday, I think it was, and I literally had to wait about 4 hours for an update to download and install.
Fair enough.
So,
I
yeah,
mean, like, the Xbox kept having updates too, so...
not as many as the PS4, trust me. I don't know why the PS4 keeps updating, because it doesn't ever seem to change anything. So,
I think that about Windows 10, and yeah, it done an update yesterday.
that's probably just fixing things so that the fix will fuck up other things.
Yeah, ever since the update, my computer's gone a lot slower.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Microsoft. They make fairly good consoles, we'll ignore the red ring of death, but yeah, when it comes to Windows, they're useless. Absolutely useless. So, yeah. And on that bombshell of Natalie becoming a traitor, although
I'll get you.
if you're selling it, don't sell it to CEX.
No, I'm not selling
They'll
it
give
to
you like,
CX.
they'll probably give you like 10p for it.
Yeah, no, CX is wank for buying
CX
things
is
off them.
terrible. I would sell it
They even tell
privately.
you on their website, like say if you had like a really rare game, and they'll be like, we buy this off you for £10, we sell it for 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had something like that for Killer 7, which I own. It's worth more than that because it is a rare game. And CX wanted to give me a fiver for it.
Wow.
And then I looked online how much it was selling for on eBay. And on eBay, people was selling, like, buying it for up to about 150 quid. And
Bloody hell.
I've got other rare games as well because I'm someone who picks up games that I look at it, I'm like, no one else is going to buy that game. So I'll give it a go. So
Yeah.
I've got, what was it? Really, really weird Japanese game. Apart from Deadly Premonition, that's probably worth something. Catherine.
Oh, I love Catherine.
It's a great game.
Catherine, but you
Quite
never
hard-
see it
It's
anywhere
quite hard
anymore.
to find now though.
Yeah.
I know,
I-
I really want it.
I bought that when it came out. I've still got it. I'll bet you that's worth something now.
I think it is, yeah. I don't see it anywhere.
Oh,
Even-
I want that game.
Even more so now it's backwards compatible on the Xbox One, or it has been for about a year.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I've not seen it since I've bought it being sold anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I found out about it. I literally went out looking for it as well. I think I had,
Bloody hell.
yeah, I saw like a review of something or something saying it's a puzzle game that's Japanese and seems to have that thing of the Persona games of being very much life focused between the puzzle bits. So yeah, I
Yeah.
thought I've got to find this game because I like weird stuff. And yeah, I got it. I got it for about 20 quid. Never completed it because fuck me, does it get hard.
Yeah, it's fucking difficult.
Fucking it. It's depressing as well. Some of it because there are
Yeah.
certain people, if you don't speak to them, they won't turn up at the bar, and then you'll see a news report that they've committed suicide.
Yeah.
And it's just like fucking hell. Although, now you've said about the PS4, there are two games I really want to get on it. I want to get Persona 5
Yeah.
and Yakuza.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about Yakuza.
Yeah. The main reason I bought the PS4 is because there are some games that there's no way they're going to release them for the Xbox. So, we've got that. And
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for this Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, that's still going to take a long time.
Even longer because they're releasing it in episodes.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
Yeah. So I wonder how you're
Modern
supposed
day
to...
Square Enix for you.
Well, I'm wondering how you're supposed to grind for levels on it then.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you come up against Ruby Weapon and that, there's no way you're going to be a high enough level to even begin to take them on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, they're playing... I've a bad feeling they're going to fuck it up.
Yeah, I do as well.
But on the plus side, it has been confirmed Resident Evil 2's remake is happening.
Good.
No release
How
date.
bloody time.
No release date, but they're doing it.
Okay, fair enough.
So you can now enjoy buying that 700 times on 50 different consoles over the coming years.
Again. So it was released on everything when it came out originally.
Yeah, but not as much as the Res Evil 1.
True.
Which
Or
I
Resident Evil
believe
4.
is being released for my calculator next week.
Possibly. Possibly
Dear.
is.
I'm surprised it's not on the... Actually, is it on mobile? I'm now wondering if they've done a mobile conversion of it.
They may have done.
Yeah. Anyway, on that other bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening in. We will see you again soon, when we're all free. Although next time, it may be video footage, because we may be together in the same room.
God help you all.
Pretty much. So it just leaves me to say thank you for listening. Thank you to Joe.
Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you to Natalie,
Boobs.
who is going to finish in the way she started. And I'm off to go look up boobs. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.